right, what is up, everybody? It is Friday, August 21st, 2020, and I'm your host, El Oso, El Rey de Mexico, Jesse Goku, and only because Edgar said so, we are going to go ahead and get started. That's right, because Edgar said so. What is going on, everybody? Here and joining me are my co-hosts, the hostess with the mostest, Jace, who is now, what flavor of Pringles is it today?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. The Mac. He's the Mac to our cheese. And as always, joining us as well as the man with the plan. Okay, which one did I call you, Jace? I just lost my train of thought.
Think you said I was the hostess with the mostest this time?
Yeah, yes, and
should get like a card or something.
Yeah. Sonic Keyblade's the man with the plan.
Hi. Guess what I'm eating today?
What are you eating?
Sonic. It's not an ice cream sandwich.
It sounds like chips.
Oh, you're close.
Anyways, and
it's an ice cream sandwich. There you go. Surprise.
What the fuck? Then why
you lied to us?
That's like
it's got chips on it.
That's like me. That's like, hey, you want to play a game? I promise I won't kick you in the dick. Why would you say that?
It's more like
I kick you in the dick.
What's my favorite show? And it's not Dragon Ball Z. It's Dragon Ball Z.
It's Dragon Ball. And also our other co-host, the person who's not eating any food, the one that's probably got their shit together more than the rest of us, Super Jew. And joining us as always is our guest, returning once again to shoot the shit because they didn't shoot enough shit the first time around. Is Brad, Mr. Duct Tape.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's going on?
Hello.
Whoa, it sounds better.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I realized the error of my ways with my mic positioning last week. I should know this after 5 years of doing internet.
What is going on? Well, welcome back, man. It's great to have you back. It is
Thanks for having me.
It's officially Friday. It's Beer Friday, even though I have no beer.
Nope.
No beer. I was gonna go buy beer, but I decided to take a nap. Yeah, pour. Yeah, let's go with that pour. I decided to take a nap, and I don't know why. I closed my eyes and then I opened them back up, and it's like 30 minutes later. Sure Stream Press. Sure Stem Press. 00. Hello. Hola. All right. Hola. I don't know what we're gonna like. I did a really bad job of getting topics to talk about today, but it's whatever. We're gonna talk about your YouTube channel though, because I saw you posted some stuff. I started following your channel, and I saw you've been posting shit on there.
Thank you. I find it as just one of those ones that anytime I have a dumb idea, I make it as a video, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. A lot of people gain inspiration from other channels. So one thing we're going to try and do this next week is we're going to do the gallon Jello challenge. We have to eat it in an hour. So that's going to be definitely time lapse because I'm not going to put an hour video up. But we got a few other things we're going to be putting up there. It's kind of a labor of love. I mean, it's like I said, the last time, YouTube it's not something to get into if you think you're going to make a bunch of money, because it's only really the 1% that makes money off of YouTube anymore. They've screwed so many people over ads. I treat it as a hobby, and it's a lot of fun, and I do it because I love it. So,
well, I mean, there's a way for anyone to make money off YouTube. You just got to know how to do it.
Right. It's just a lot harder than it was several years ago.
By the way, I just want to say a quick shout out to my friend Edgar, who's in the comment section. Shout out because I just found out something about you. Something happened. It's one of those things that where you post on your Facebook. It's like kind of like a life-changing event. I don't want to put his business out there, but it happened on August 12th, man. Congratulations. Yes, like Canada. Canada's a dad. Woo, Canada. May God have mercy on your soul. That's all I can say. Anyways, okay, so today, what we're going to talk about, I know Jace and Sonic had some stuff. They mentioned some stuff in our group chat, our staff chat that we had to talk about today. What are those things? What do we got today, guys?
Who's first?
You go ahead.
Y'all mentioned something about someone, school, and money, and jail, and
okay.
That was me.
That was the other.
I don't.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm just the other co-host. Fuck you guys.
Disrespect.
It wasn't. I assumed it wasn't. I didn't think it was you because it wasn't about Transformers.
I can talk about other things besides Transformers, guys.
You haven't.
Yeah, so.
Okay, Ninja Turtles don't count.
That's not the same though. Those are two different things.
Exactly.
You got to talk about something other than Dragon Ball Z.
I don't talk about Dragon Ball Z though. For someone that's completely obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, I don't talk about it that much.
Are you serious?
Not in the chat.
You don't type about Dragon Ball Z. That's the thing you're saying.
Yeah, but I also don't like talk about Dragon Ball Z like all the time on the podcast.
Yeah, you do. Have you been watching these episodes?
Yeah, but I don't devote like 30 or 45 fucking minutes to Dragon Ball.
I mean, not in one spurt, but if you add it all together, perhaps.
No, I will sit here and people will bring up my background and then I'll like talk a little bit about it. I only talk about Dragon Ball when people bring up the background. And it's kind of hard not to talk about it when people bring up the background.
You change your background.
Yeah. I would have to change the room.
Put a curtain up.
Why would I do that?
See, that's the problem.
So you can talk about Dragon Ball Z. It's all coming together.
No, because I have the Ninja Turtle arcade cabinet. That's a fancy coffee table.
Yes. It's an expensive, very small shelf.
Can we talk about... She can talk about GoBots. What the fuck are GoBots?
Fuck GoBots.
Knockoff Transformers.
Yeah.
Technically, GoBots came out before Transformers, but Transformers got more popular.
Yeah, because I tried watching GoBots for 5 minutes, and then literally... I couldn't even get through the 5 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? Nope.
So is he going to show his ass or not? What are they talking about? Danielin's on my side. I bring up Man-Eater more than Dragon Ball.
Hey, that's why that meme I posted yesterday was about. Say the line, Goku.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Man-Eater.
It's not.
It's currently available on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. You can probably get it $10 off at Walmart. If you haven't played Man-Eater, then fuck you.
Damn. That was harsh.
You never seen Talladega Nights?
No.
He's like, I'm Ricky Bobby. If you don't like Big Red, then fuck you. God damn it. Go watch Talladega Nights.
At Walmart.
Go watch Talladega Nights.
Everyone, just get off right now.
Get off. Everyone's allowed to leave the podcast to go watch Talladega Nights. You have my blessing and my forgiveness.
Just switch our stream to a live showing of Talladega Nights, like a small.
You know what? That's what I'll probably do tomorrow. I'll just probably watch Talladega Nights and show a party stream. We watch it together.
Jeez.
Can't go to the real movies because I don't want to catch coronavirus. So I'll watch Talladega Nights and then.
So about that news.
And then I'll probably get in trouble with YouTube and get a second strike.
Probably will.
Edgar's like, okay, bye. What about Nerd Eater, Man Eater DLC? Yes.
What?
Okay, last time we talked to him, he talked about astronauts. Come on, man. Continuity.
Ass.
Did we talk about astronauts or did y'all talk about astronauts?
It was a brief mention that you've done enough stuff where you could probably be considered an astronaut in some ways. About probably blowing stuff up or something weird.
I'm considered an astronaut or Brad?
No, not you. Brad.
No, it was the whole fact that I blow up a lot of stuff and everyone's like, well, eventually you get to space, but you're too tall for it. So
that was it.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you like 6'9" or some shit like that?
8'2".
No, I'm 6'6". I did work with a guy in high school that was like 6'10", and I'm just like, good Lord. And he goes, yeah, I know. That's a lot of women say.
All right. Since we're in the beginning of the podcast, I'm going to go ahead and get this out there. So don't forget to join us tomorrow for our panel, our Zoom panel. Don't forget, we're trying to get at least 10 people. That way I can consider it a success. That way we can get more and more each time we do it. Don't forget, and also next week on Friday, the voice actor of Starscream will be joining us here on the podcast. And hopefully Jason David Frank will be on here too. I'm about to go harass him tomorrow.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm about to go harass the fuck out of him tomorrow.
There's no guarantees.
There's
on
no
that.
guarantee that one will happen, but I will bribe him with $5 in a Subway coupon. Look,
you guys are getting Steve Bloom here next Friday. Oh hell yeah, that's gonna be.
I was gonna say no.
Different
one of the voice actors of Starscream.
Oh, okay.
Not Steve Bloom.
Which one is the one getting?
I am gonna work on that though.
Frank.
She's
Mr.
like,
Frank Toretto.
oh yeah,
Toretto.
Frank
Mr.
Tadera.
Starscream voice actor. Can you be on our podcast? She's all like that.
It worked.
Brad, he's also voicing Cuphead in the, Mugman in the Cuphead show on Netflix.
Yeah.
I need to poop.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
We need to
it's gonna be
poop
pretty
again.
exciting.
And go.
Not sunscreen, Starscreen.
It puts the sunscreen on.
Oh yeah,
Auto,
tomorrow
a
is the Zoom
Decepticon
panel.
with sunburn.
Everyone that's listed as going are interested. I know for sure the people that are listed as going. I will be able to send you a link to the Zoom. I'm gonna post it on the wall tomorrow, so just look out for it. It starts at 8:00 for the Zoom. Jason David Frank will be at the comic book shop, so I'm gonna go meet up with him and I'm gonna beg him. The way you bribe Jason David Frank to be on your show is to like, hey man, if you show up, we'll talk about you being Tommy and the Green Ranger for 2 hours. He'd be like, fuck, son of a bitch, I'm in.
Oh yeah, that'll work great, especially with all the Legend of the White Dragon stuff they're shilling right now.
Fuck yeah, he's over here trying to peddle that shit. I don't want any of it.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it looks kind of cool, but I'm like, at the same time, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well, it's like we ran into Jason Font last week when he did the Chicago appearances, and he was talking about how they're trying to make it like an 18-plus Power Rangers, but it's a completely different story and whatnot. He says, don't worry, though. There's going to be plenty of Easter eggs marked in there. And, yeah, they are going to start filming on that in October 1st.
What I want to know is there going to be lots and lots of grass exploding for no fucking reason in the background?
I'd watch it. This movie is 90% explosions.
Hell yeah.
Power Rangers was almost written by Michael Bay. Did someone say explosions?
Oh, yeah, a lot of the later seasons that Nickelodeon had. Oh, yeah. What's character development? We don't know that. Explosions.
Explosions.
I
Power
insulted this
Ranger.
guy and he just exploded him.
Power Rangers randomly making the background explode since 1993.
Yep.
All right, what were we talking about in the chat? Something about someone going to jail and going,
All right,
going
so-
to real butt pounding jail. I don't know.
For those who don't know, the actress.
Oh, they're going to
played-
white person jail.
Ah, boo.
So y'all remember the story about Lori Loughlin helping
All right, so
her kids cheat?
here's the thing. Not everybody knows the actor's name. They know the character's name.
Aunt Becky.
Aunt
From
Becky
Full
from
House.
Full House.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
the hot
so
one.
basically she was involved in that college bribe scandal, basically bribing colleges to allow her daughters to get like basically elite stat in a way, and pretty much it got word, and now she just got sentenced to 2 months in jail, and her
That's
husband's
it?
getting sent to 5 months, and that's it.
That's
Also,
it?
2 months in jail. She has to pay $150,000 in fines and do 100 hours of community service. Her husband has to do 5 months in jail, pay $250,000 in fines, and spend 250 hours in community service.
That's it?
That
Yeah,
they do
put
not
that in your
serve
pipe
that
and
entire.
smoke it.
They're not
What
going to
the
serve that
fuck?
entire thing anyway. They're going to
They're
spend
not
2
even gonna do
weeks
that.
and get out on good behavior.
It was funny how like the judge was like berating her. He was going on like, you've led like a literal charmed life. You're an actress. You have a husband and healthy kids. And you pull this crap. And she's like, I didn't realize when I did it that I was committing a crime. As she wipes tears out of her face, and it's like, what?
This is some bullshit.
She paid to get her kids into college that they didn't qualify for,
White.
Right.
Okay, first
That's
which is
off.
a
pretty
white
much it.
person thing to do.
Okay, first off, rich white people are always doing this shit. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Always. This isn't fucking new. There are real fucking people, corrupt people, committing real fucking crimes.
Yep.
I swear. And then so they get caught doing this fucking crime, and all they get is a slap to the wrist, and they got to pay out some pocket change and like fees. You realize in the state of Texas that if I get caught stealing a Snickers bar from Walmart, I get the death penalty?
Right,
That's entirely
exactly.
true, but exaggeration. Yeah.
No, I'm not fucking exaggerating. Stealing a Snickers bar from the store. Ah,
You're
that's
gonna
gonna
be real hungry now.
That's 24 hours in the
Rabbit
jailhouse.
hole.
Stealing the Snickers bar while Mexican. That's the chair.
Bring out old Sparky.
Are you serious?
Figured it's Texas. I didn't think they'd let you get to the jail with all the guns down there.
They won't. They'll fucking shoot me and call it self-defense.
He had a Snickers bar. There's so much protein in there.
No, for real. They will shoot me and claim that I came at them with a Snickers bar and the cop is allergic to peanuts.
He felt threatened.
He did feel threatened. David mentioned white people problems.
Wow. I mean, yeah, no, like the whole like rich people paying for stuff for their kids. The high school my fiance's brother goes to is the size of a freaking university, and I went to his graduation, which was that drive-up crap they pulled several months ago with Corona. And I'm looking at the size of this campus going, good God, what is the retainer on these kids' family lawyers? Because there were lawyers there making sure stuff went through appropriately. And I'm just like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, they're just making sure everyone's safe. And I'm like, I feel so poor just walking through this neighborhood. This is bad. There's too much money here spent on the wrong things, people. Spend it on appropriate things.
I think my credit is showing. Oh no.
You know, I grew in my high school. You know how many fucking kids we had in my high school?
How many kids?
1,000?
For my graduation class alone was 3,000. That's a
Okay,
fucking
that's
small
nice.
town.
Yeah.
It's a small fucking town. That's just my graduation class. That is not the class that's not the whole school. And then we had the kids from New Orleans that started coming in, or Louisiana,
Katrina and all
overall.
that.
Katrina, all the kids, all the people that moved in, and there was a lot of fighting going on. People stabbing each other, people breaking the glass displays.
Goku.
I didn't know. I was actually I didn't get there early enough for that. I didn't
It's
have
all
beef with
ruined.
anybody from Louisiana. I didn't give a fuck. I was too busy trying to. At that point, I was playing football and I was in ROTC, and they require you to pass your fucking classes whenever you play sports or
No
do.
pass, no play. That's what they
Right.
call it.
So I was required to pass, or my bitch ass was left out. And I was expected to pass because I was starting for a couple of the games, and then I was the ROTC commander for the color guard. So I had responsibilities. So I couldn't just randomly fight people whenever I felt like it.
Right. I mean, isn't football pretty much a religion down there for you guys?
Yeah, people I fucking hated and didn't get along with, we suddenly became like family once we all joined football. Football will change a man. But
Or injure them. Sometimes both.
yeah, no, I got injured too.
I don't watch it.
I tore my ACL.
I didn't have any bad injuries in football. I had hyperextensions of my knees and stuff.
No, I
but-
tore my ACL, but the cool thing about it was I got to take the elevator in the school.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got to take the elevator. And then my friend, whenever he's late for class, he would use me as an excuse. Oh, I was carrying his book bag for him. I was carrying his backpack for him. Because I was allowed to be 10 minutes late, and I was allowed to leave 10 minutes early. Especially for lunch, I could beat the traffic. Because it's a little bit more difficult for me. Because I can't... In the beginning, I had 2 crutches. I couldn't fucking carry my food. So I would actually have somebody carry my food for me. Yeah. Dude, I couldn't fucking move my leg at all when I first tore it. When I tore my knee, man, the first time they tackled me, I thought I had the fucking ball, which I didn't. The second time I tore my knee, I tried to get back up on my feet 3 times before I realized, nope, can't do it. Cart me away. Alex Brewer says, Brad, heart.
Or hearts.
Heart.
It is Lexi. She does awesome art.
Yeah, hello, welcome. If you have any questions that you want to ask, or if you have any embarrassing stories, we will read them out loud during the podcast.
Go for it, Lexi. I have nothing to hide. She actually does really cool art. If you guys ever want to check her stuff out, it's Generation Monster. She does really cool clothing with it and all kinds of Monster Girl designs.
That's cool. Yeah, we'll check it
Cool.
out. Definitely send us a link so we can
Okay.
check it out and we can share it with the community.
Lexi, if you can hear me, can you post a link in chat?
Yes, do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. And good. Let the hate flow through you. I
Why
don't.
did that
Like-
turn into like
sounded
Master
like-
Splinter?
It's not like Mexican Palpatine.
It did. Good. The force is strong with this one.
Hello there.
Now you sounded like Obi-Wan.
Sure.
Me and my future brother-in-law love both Star Wars. Every time I pull my lightsaber out, he's like, General Kenobi. And I'm like, hello there.
Oh, lovely. I would love to know your most embarrassing con experience. Oh, that's a good one. We'll start with Jace.
Crap. I threw up on myself.
Put you on the spot.
I threw up on myself in the hotel room.
Okay,
After
that's
eating a
not
bunch of
really
sushi.
that embarrassing. We've all. Like,
I
okay.
don't embarrass myself. I'm a cool, calm, and collected
I've
person.
done that several times.
All right, so embarrassing for me
Defi-
isn't for you.
Define embarrassing.
You
I
were
realized
embarrassed.
halfway through
Like,
a
yeah.
conversation that I was too drunk to have that conversation. I'm like, oh shit.
My
I
dumbass got
just walked
roofied.
away.
You know how many times my dumbass has gotten roofied at cons?
Probably more
Do you
than it should have
remember?
happened.
More than
Yeah,
mine.
more than it should have happened. We were at a con. I think it was like Anime. It was Anime North in Dallas.
Mm.
And so we're hanging out in the karaoke room, and I'm drunk. I'm drunk and being Mexican at the same time.
What a shock.
You know how difficult it is to be drunk and Mexican at the same time?
No.
Of course not,
Mexican.
because you're white. So I'm over here talking. I'm talking to some random person. I don't know who they are. I don't remember who they are, but I remember having a conversation. It was either with them or the chair. But I was talking to somebody, and this guy's like, "Hey, I brought you." It was a simp. He's like, "I brought you a drink. I hope you drink it all." And she's like, "Oh my!" She's like, "Thank you so much." She's like being naive about it. So as she was about to reach over and grab it, I snatched it from his hand. Thanks. You're the best, champ. He's like, but that's for her. Who? Next,
Oh,
found out he roofied the fucking drink.
So that's not embarrassing. That's actually kind of heroic. You saved a girl. Good for you.
Yeah, good. For
Yeah,
me.
that was-
Except I felt
yeah.
like death the next day. I had to drop out of the cosplay contest. I could barely host my panels. I had to power through all my interviews. Like I was throwing up. Like, and I knew it was a roofie because I've been roofied before. I was like,
15 minutes later, I was like, oh,
I took the
no.
fall. He's like, oh, and I asked my friend, hey man, were we still hanging out? I blacked out last night. Were we still walking around doing shit? Yeah, you were still. You were. I guess you were conscious. Your body was awake.
You were living.
Like, yeah, like yeah, you did seem to change. Like your personality changed. I'm like, you didn't seem like yourself. I'm like, yeah, I blacked out, but my body was like, fuck it, I'll party for you.
That's typical.
It's typical. I don't genuinely. I actually don't pass out. I've been roofied like I guess a total of 3 or 4 times. I'm not sure.
You're roofie resistant.
I knew. I
Hey,
hate when,
doofy doofy.
I hate roofie jokes, by the way.
Doofy doofy.
Like that fucking time. I've told this story to y'all, but we were at Renaissance and this girl's like, oh, I was giving her a drink and she's like, did you roofie it? I was like, bitch.
Do I look like I roofied?
Uh,
Like, bitch, roofies are, and I told her straight up, I was like, bitch, roofies are expensive. If anybody's gonna get fucked up around here, it's gonna be me. And I was like,
give it
and I
back.
was being extra mean too. I was like, if I wanted to hook up with you, I'd have to roofie myself. She got mad. Cause I don't like that shit. That shit's not fucking funny. What's up, In You Smasha? In You Smasha. Ah.
Yeah, that's.
Jesse woke up in bed with the bear after the drink.
Hey,
Hey.
that's the secret word.
Hey.
Bear.
Okay, what? What? Okay, what did? I've noticed that y'all been doing this shit lately. What is it? What is
Only did it
this?
twice.
What is?
There's
Whenever you
Kiwi.
start the podcast, I post on there a secret word that if you say it, it's like Pee Wee's Playhouse. Last Friday, it was shark, and you went the entire time without saying it, so we had to rig it at the end.
Why didn't you tell me?
That's the point.
It was
'Cause
more
it's
fun
fun.
when you don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel stupid. I feel like a deer caught in the fucking headlights.
That's the point.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
what?
Minuteman
reading these
Media says
comments.
it's
I
always
don't think
time
that's
for more
okay.
duct tape. Jesse passed out with a bear makes sense. Oh, most embarrassing, probably my friend getting drunk and breaking a sheet of tempered glass in our room at Onicon. You know,
Ooh.
you know what's disgusting? At OniCon
Yo.
2007 at the at the Hilton, somebody took a crap in the hallway
Mm.
and then they smeared it all over the wall.
Oh my god.
Sounds like
Spicy.
Katsucon.
Gross.
People were
Man,
disgusting.
Congoers are the worst.
Congoers will
It's
trash.
hard.
You destroy like a 4-star hotel. How bad can you be?
Yeah. Like, what the hell? This is why we can't have nice things.
It's like cons move.
That's why. Yeah. Well, OniCon was there for another year, and then they relocated to where Delta is now. Well, no, they
Oh.
went to where Delta is now,
Okay.
and then they went to Galveston. But okay, Brad, what kind of cons have you ever been to any cons in Texas?
I have not. The farthest west I've ever been is to California for conventions. East is Ohio. I've gone to the Canadian border. North, the lowest south I've ever been to is Missouri. I've been wanting to go to like further ones down. It's just usually when it's just me or one other person. You try and get like a group. I mean, now that I have a slightly better paying job, I wanted to do that this year, but
Yeah.
this
Right.
little thing kind of got in the way.
Yeah.
I know next year, if conventions happen again, I know we're going to Power Morphicon, and we're wanting to try and go to a convention in Florida. So
Mhm.
only
Holiday-
if things are better.
Holiday Matsuri.
I've heard Holiday Matsuri is really good.
We're gonna try to go to an amazing con, and I'm gonna get drunk and fist fight the owner.
Go for it.
So you like 13-year-olds?
What is it like Russell Crowe in South Park?
What was it? Somebody said something about Inuyasha. Not Inuyasha.
No, it's in you,
sorry.
Smasha.
Not Inuyasha. No. It was Homestuck. Somebody said something about Homestuck.
There's a lot of stuff about Homestuck.
They
Yeah,
were.
everybody-
Oh, it was Minuteman Media saying they were expressing their love for the Homestuck. I don't think Homestuck existed in 2007.
It was, I think it was like it was like growing. It was started growing as like after 2007. And then now it just kind of like, people still, it's like on the small nowadays because they just ended and all that.
It ended. What the fuck was it about? Being stuck at home? Like
Nah, it was
what
a
we're
web-
going
It
through
was
now?
a web comic, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like a
it was a
webcomic
web-
on acid.
It was a shit comic.
Then all those congoers kept body painting themselves in gray and then washing it off in their hotel rooms and
Ugh.
just staining the hotel room.
Yeah, there
Or
was
going to sleep in it, which is even worse.
Minuteman Media says, sounds like how I visit RamaCon and sexually abuse the con head.
Oh, Ramen Con, yeah. So those who don't know, Metaman is someone I collab with, and he does interesting streams and whatnot. So go check him out. But him and the head of Ramen Con, which is up here in Indiana, have a very interesting bromance, and they like to prank each other back and forth in weird ways. I think Chris, who runs Ramen Con, is the more level-headed of those, and I think Nick likes to go in the more obscure kind of way. Oh.
Minuteman Media. No, yeah, that's what I was referring to. The love for Homestuck was a reference to people rubbing their shit all over the wall at the con, at the hotel of the con. But I don't think, maybe, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But since you're a content creator, we would also like to have you on the podcast as well.
Come on, Nick.
Yeah, that's right. Join us. One of us.
Oh, wait, I doxed him. I said his real name. Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Aboard podcast. I'll hit the self-destruct button. All right, so
Just
we
unplugs his internet.
talked about briefly. So do you host panels at cons, or do you just do like cosplay? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've done cosplay guests for probably 5+ years and whatnot. I've done paneling for longer. I've done a wide variety of panels. I did one that was really popular for years, was called Let's Play Scary Games, where I had people in the audience come up and sit basically in the chair, being like a YouTuber, where we put them in front of everyone and they have to play. And I made sure they were small segment games, like quick games like Slender and FNAF and other things like that. And they played in front of an audience. And it got really good because we'd play it in the dark and make sure it's nice and spooky, and they'd all interact. And some people would go up there and just smoke everything and just beat the game. We had a guy, like in a matter of 5 minutes, beat the original Slender. But then some people would freak out and scream. It's a really fun interactive panel. We had one where it was really packed. I'm like, the whole room was packed to capacity, and we were so engrossed into one of the games going on. Con staff came up and tapped me on the shoulder, and it's like, well, you're running a few minutes over. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll get out. She goes, that's not what we're worried about. you go. That's good. We like the fact that this room's full. We just wanted to let you know cleaning staff has to get in here because it was a Saturday night panel, and either someone got so scared or they were so drunk. Someone had threw up in the middle of the room in a packed room, and everyone was so engrossed in the panel, no one noticed.
Wow, that happened
so
with
I'm like-
karaoke.
I'm just kind of like, all right, well, I guess that's our cue to clear out of the room. And then people noticed. We did a Yami Yugi Reads Erotic Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan fiction panel. That is based off of the DC Douglas erotic zombie fan fiction panel that he did give me permission to do a parody of. And we would have people come up and cosplay or from the audience to read as particular characters. And if you want a panel to just make your sides hurt from laughter, it's fun as hell. But interactive demonstrative panels all the time, cosplay judges, you were talking about not being able to do your panels and stuff on that. I had that happen one year when I guested for Anime St. Louis, and I got really bad food poisoning that Saturday. I wish I had the excuse it was I was drinking, but the whole next morning I couldn't do any of my about 1 or noon I could, but the director's trying to call me. He's like, man, you got a panel at 10. I'm like, I am clutching the toilet in the bathroom. I can't get out. Because we had Little Caesars, and it's like the only thing we had a chance to eat, because if anyone who's done cosplay and like the masquerade on Saturday knows like all your Saturday's eaten up. So when they bring us Little Caesars back in the green room, when we're trying to like go through the judging panels and trying to go everyone's costume and everything, I'm just like, oh, sweet, this is the only thing I've eaten today. And the next day, and I'm like, oh, I really wish that was the only thing I had not eaten that day. So, but yeah, no.
Thanks to Minuteman Media, because we don't want to say his actual name. Thanks to Minuteman Media, we have a new hashtag. Hashtag Ninja Vomit.
Ninja Vomit.
Ninja Vomit. Ninja Vomit.
Here are the mask covers it up.
Oh, it holds it in too.
Like it's a reverse baby exploding diaper.
No,
from top to down.
no, why?
Well,
Why would
that-
you do that?
diaper.
And that reminds me of one year. It was one ASIN. I found a Master Chief cosplayer, and he was drunk, and he puked in his helmet, and you could hear him go, "I don't feel good. You all right?" And you just hear it, and it splashes, and it just kind of goes out of the bottom of the helmet, and you're like, "Oh, I feel bad, but ugh."
Okay,
Jesus.
Minuteman Media says we can say their real name. I kind of forgot their real name.
It's Nick.
Nick
Nick.
at night.
Him with all the other Nicks.
No, but he's
Yeah.
Nick at night. Because it's
He's-
night.
Nick has a crippling addiction called Gunpla.
Gunpla. Ooh.
He likes to build models.
Models are great. I'm so happy
Models
they
are-
started doing
models
Dragon
are
Ball Z
hard
models.
as fuck and they hurt.
Okay, that's because you bought a Transformer model and it's not made by Bond. No, you didn't let me finish. You're here getting all judgmental, being like, there he goes again, being a Mexican. No, I was trying to say, because you didn't let me fucking finish, it's a Gundam, it's a Transformer model that's not built by Bandai. Everyone knows that Bandai makes some of the best model kits there is.
Yeah,
I don't really
it's not,
do
and it's
models. I don't-
and it's
like
not
I said,
just
I don't even
Gundam
know how
either.
this got in my place.
They do Transformers, they do Dragon Ball, they do Digimon, they do all
That's true.
kinds of just.
This is a model kit that was done with Bandai. It's actually pretty well made too. Like the instructions are actually pretty simple. It's just as long as you like,
All the
You
pieces
don't-
fit.
yeah. It takes some of them take a while. You have to like really
Yeah.
like
You have to
press
like
them really hard enough.
really like. You just gotta relax and just shove it in.
That's what she said.
Poop joke.
Spit on it a few times.
Just gotta. Sometimes
and
you just
spin.
gotta relax, lay back, and accept it.
Well, it ain't doing it, so
Well, I mean, it's not relaxing.
Maybe it's the
Yeah,
wrong
no.
hole.
Yeah, maybe.
no,
yeah,
it's not
Are you sure?
Are they numbered?
positive.
Like 1 and 2?
I know what it's supposed to be, and it's
Ah,
not being.
shit! Someone sent me a fucking picture of two hurricanes that are supposed to hit on Tuesday.
Yeah, this for the viewers out there who
Yeah, that's the one.
who had 2 hurricanes in their 2020 bingo card.
Okay.
Anyone else had that?
Not me. We had a
Uh-huh.
Midwestern hurricane. I'm good with that.
Jesus Christ! So remember, ladies and gentlemen,
I like
to
to drink
go ahead and
hurricane.
stock up on lots and lots of water, snacks, and
Dr.
ramen.
Pepper.
But don't be an asshole.
And you know what? You know what? I told everyone I bought physical DVDs and Blu-rays for a reason. In case the power goes out and we don't have internet, I can still watch my shit.
But if the power goes out, how do you watch your shit?
I
Yeah,
have a
seriously.
generator.
Well, that's a
what is
different
that?
thing. Get a generator, everyone.
Yeah.
Then you can use your computer and your
Oh
downloaded
yeah, I gotta
movies
have a
on there.
generator when I go camping at the Texas Renaissance Festival.
So that's why he keeps it, just in case for any event like this.
Just get a really long extension cord and plug it into the other neighbor's generator.
That's
you
what
go.
I also did before I got my own, and then I got in trouble. Did I ever tell you the story of how I got
No.
in trouble?
You sound like an old white man. Did I ever tell you the story?
Me and
Probably,
my
but I
brother,
probably
when we were
forgot.
young, we were like 12 or 13. I was 12 or 13. He was like 10 or 11. And we had a dog. We had a Rottweiler, German Rottweiler, beautiful dog. His name was Blackie. And we had to shovel his shit. And we were too lazy to bury it. So what we did is we threw it over the fence into the neighbor's yard. And so for two fucking years, the neighbor's trying to figure out where the fuck the dog shit's coming from. And so we finally got caught because one day we're shoveling and we're throwing over the fence and all we hear is, "What the fuck?" Because apparently it was raining dog shit. And then he came over and told my dad. And my dad's I can tell my dad's trying not to fucking laugh. And my dad's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it." And he told us, just don't do that shit no more. Don't throw it over the fence anymore. But in my defense, when we threw it over the fence, we always said, "Whoops." And it flew over.
As if like you're digging, but you accidentally threw it over. It's like, oh
Like,
shit, we're supposed to put that down in the yard.
Whoops. Yes. Probably not the first crime I've ever committed. It's not really a crime. Would that be a crime?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
No.
Nah,
We used
but
to do
they
it
could
with dead
probably
squirrels.
they could be all like, oh, I'll probably sue you guys or some shit like that.
Nah. They weren't going to sue us because we were Mexican. What are they going to get out of us?
Right, it's like a no win for them.
Not only do they look racist suing us, but what are they going to win? Nothing. Also, I get physical immunity because if anything ever happens to Valve or Epic, you have the games you bought. Simmer down, Satan. Down. We did that. We had power and our neighbors didn't. So we sent extension cords over for the 2 weeks. They didn't have power. I did that too. Our Mexican neighbor bought a generator, and we all, like, the 4 houses just siphon off that one generator. He bought a big one. And for the people that the people that go to the Texas Renaissance Festival that are listening, why do you have a generator for when you go camping? It defeats the camping experience. Yes. It can defeat the camping experience. However, camping at the Texas Renaissance Festival is not real fucking camping.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, because there's like there's like other the fairgrounds.
You have porta potties.
you have
Showers.
cops.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
only real thing that makes it kind of a camping experience are the drugs, the fire, the alcohol, the fighting, and the people that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
That's it.
It's not really a camping experience. I have 3 generators. 2 to power my shit and 1 to piss off my neighbors. I just
This
have
one
the
just
3rd one
powers
running
stereo.
just to piss them off. I gotta buy new ones though, but the 3rd one is just specifically to run. And it has to be a loud one. It needs to be one of those old ass ones that run on coal and shit.
Steam.
I almost got into a fist fight with somebody at Renaissance Festival over my generator.
I like how the words
There he
I
goes.
almost got into a fist fight is so synonymous with you.
Until he Well, no,
It's one of his Gokuisms.
okay, no, no. It's not always I almost got into a fist fight.
Hashtag Gokuisms.
No, it's either I got into a fist fight or almost got into a fist fight.
Or I was drunk.
That's what we said.
I was
Hashtag Gokuisms.
high when that happened.
Yeah.
Because our generator
4.
was like loud to him, so we moved it further away from him, and he's like, "I can still hear you. You need to shut it off." And then he started getting like,
Agitated.
he became a male Karen.
Basically got
That
agitated.
Chad.
Kevin.
No, Karen's very universal
Kyle.
for me. Yeah, Kyle.
Just call him
He's
a
like,
Karen.
I'm gonna go get the cops, and when I come back, you will shut this generator down. I'm like, go get the fucking cops. Go get the cops. Go get them, motherfucker. I ain't touching. You ain't touching my generator. Like, you ain't touching it. And then my friend, who's like the voice of reason, Goku, don't be stupid. We have drugs here. Oh shit, you're right. Wait, come back.
Peace, brother. Peace.
I'm gonna turn it off. No, but the cops took my side, which I'm really happy. The cops.
And what And what did they do after the whole thing?
They told him that they couldn't do anything. It's true. They couldn't do anything.
And what did he do after?
He got
all
pissed
that?
he got pissed and he got angry when I was talking shit about him at the porta potties. And there's some asshole almost punched him in the face.
You couldn't just leave it alone. You had one.
And then
You didn't just
he's
leave
like
it alone.
he's standing next to me as I'm telling him, so, oh yeah, that's him right there. It's the guy I almost got into a fist fight with. He's just staring at me. I'm like, how you doing? How was your morning? Yeah, did you have breakfast? How was your coffee? How's your wife? He was just so mad. And I was sober too. I was like, he's like, and I told him, I'm not going to turn off that generator, right? That bitch is gonna, just because you pissed me off, I went to go buy another one to run the bounce house.
Just to spite you.
Just to spite you. He's like, you got a fucking bounce house? Now I do.
Shit, I want to bounce.
I want to bounce.
Fuck, I want to bounce on it.
His wife wanted to bounce on it. Hey. No, you don't want to fuck around at Renaissance. You end up with ass herpes just from the porta potties.
Fight the
Yeah.
good fight.
Yeah,
That's
some of
what
those
my
people like
friends
to
and
be
I,
accurate.
we get our own. We
You
don't go to,
have-
like the group.
The chances of you catching something at Renaissance Festival are about the same as you catching COVID-19 right now.
Very high if you don't.
I was
take
gonna say, is that a
precautions.
good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's not a good thing. You need to be careful. That's why I really don't like to fuck around at fair. I'm a good boy. I'm a good noodle.
Questionable.
Lies,
75 good noodle stars.
I'm a good noodle. I don't stick my hot dog where it doesn't belong.
Why are we mixing food metaphors? This is weird.
Penis.
Penis. Would you rather us just say penis?
Just go dicking around.
Like the last time I went dicking around, I became a dad. So I'm
One for one.
one for one. In my defense, I was with this person on and off for 9 years. I'm a good noodle. Great noodle.
Okay.
I'm a good noodle.
I'm a good noodle. I got a good noodle store.
got a good noodle.
You good enough to you a good enough boy for extra 10D sauce. He doesn't stick his hot dog in a
Are you-
glory hole.
Are you
my-
turtly enough for the turtle
Turtle
club?
Club.
They actually had a glory hole camp at Renaissance.
I believe it.
Like the name of their group was Glory Hole, or
No, it was just
It's literally a glory hole.
no, but they had like a wall with a hole where you could stick your penis and get it serviced.
wax on, wax off.
Working at the car wash.
Well, it was a group of it was an LGBT, it was a very flamboyant LGBT camp. And like there was this girl like there, and she was asking guys if they wanted to give some kind of like green vegetable, kind of looked like a pepper, but it wasn't. Some kind of, I forgot what it was called.
You mean a cucumber?
Not a cucumber. It looks like a pepper, but it's not a pepper. Cucumbers are fucking pickles.
But wet.
Right. They're dry pickles.
No, pickles are dry cucumbers.
I thought cucumber.
Not dry,
Pickles come from cucumbers.
right? But they're not dry. You can't leave
Okay,
a
yeah,
cucumber
true.
out in the
no,
sun.
it's a
It
vegetable
becomes a
that
pickle.
looks like a fucking pepper, but it's not a pepper. It's not spicy. And they were asking a bunch of dudes if they were willing to get it shoved up their ass. And
Was
they're
it
like,
a poblano?
"Hey, huh?
a poblano,
I
a
don't
Was it a-
non-spicy
You
poblano.
mean a zucchini?
know.
Zucchini?
It was
Probably.
smaller.
Zucchinis
It-
look like cucumbers.
No, it was smaller than a zucchini, but kind of like the same frame.
A gourd, just a random one from.
It wasn't an eggplant. It
Hobby
was smaller
Lobby.
than an eggplant. It was smaller than an eggplant. Dandelion said eggplant. It was smaller than it was still green.
It's green. Okay.
And you can put them in a pickle jar.
I'm
Okra?
thinking
It's not a
Oh
banana
yes,
pepper,
it was okra.
like this big. They're not very big.
Okay, I don't give a fuck.
It's still uncomfortable to have stuff shoved up your butt.
I don't want
I
that
mean-
shit shoved up my ass.
Did they just go to the store and be like, "Oh, you look like you're gonna make some stir fry"? And the girl's like, "Sure."
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're gonna
So
stir
the girl's
something.
like, the girl's like, do you want to get this shoved up your ass? I'm like, no. She's like, why are you being a bitch? And she's like, why are you being scared? Why you being a bitch? I'm like, I'm not being scared or a bitch. I'm being Mexican. Don't include me in your white man's ritual.
This is an exit only.
Oh, that's a thing she can keep. This white man don't want that.
And she looked at me. She's like, he's got a point. He probably. I'm like, no, dude. I used to fuck with people at the at one con at the Renaissance. There was this lady. She's like, oh my god, you look familiar. Do I know you? I'm like, yeah, you do. She's like, from where? You don't remember me? I paved your driveway.
Oh.
And she's like, oh my fucking god, you did. You did pave my driveway. No, I didn't.
Racist.
No, I fucking didn't. I don't even know who she is. She's like, oh my god, how have you been? Oh, work's been slow. I haven't had a lot of business. Oh, well, can you come by our house on Monday? We need some work done on our plumbing, like our toilet. Like, oh, I'll come do some work on your plumbing. I'll be there Monday. Don't worry, I got you. I'll be there Monday. She's like, oh my god, I can't believe I ran into you. We've been trying to find you. I'm like, yeah. I tell my friend, oh my god, I didn't even know she lived in a fucking house. Dude, I'm so glad that fucking joke worked. No. There are plenty of Mexicans that like things up their ass, but not for free. They'll do it for money. But trust me when I say there are some jobs even Mexicans won't do.
There are gay Mexicans.
I didn't say there weren't.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Let's just get
probably.
that straight right now.
Look, it's like that. It's like whenever I go to the different camps and I say there's a lack of brown folk here, and there happen to be brown folk. They're like, hey, we're here. I said lack of. I didn't say there weren't. Next subject. Yeah. So I also did some of that shit at the cons too. Hey, I paved your driveway. It fucking works. It's a great joke.
I thought we were going to talk about the butt stuff at cons. Like,
Oh my
what,
God.
Goku?
Like what butt stuff?
I'm pretty sure there was a cosplayer at one of our parties that he went into one of our hotel rooms with his girlfriend, and to troll him, everybody kept walking in on him. So his face was in his girlfriend's butt because he was probably eating her ass. And they were doing it in my fucking hotel room. So I'm like, oh. Motherfucker. I'm going to get you back.
That's just
I'm going
rude.
to get you back. So, but he's a pretty popular cosplayer, so everybody knew who he was. So I started spreading fake rumors. Hey, man, did you hear homeboy? Mars, yeah, he's eating his girlfriend's. They caught him eating his girlfriend's ass. He had a chocolate mustache.
Ew.
So, like, the whole night, people were looking at him weird and differently, and he was wondering what the fuck happened. Hey, this guy.
Goku happened.
Goku. You've been Goku'd. That's a new thing. Hashtag it, Goku'd. Okay, but you talked about panels. Okay, we're going to change the subject. We're gonna get to something less
All
gross.
the way back.
We're going to go.
Oh, I was having fun listening.
I could share. I still have it feels like I've shared all my stories. I'm not even close.
A lot of them sound similar, but he's just been in the same situation a lot.
Well, I mean,
you
we
didn't
brought,
learn the first time.
Because he's involved.
we brought up earlier like some of the weirdest stuff that's happened to us at a con, and I thought of one instantly with that was one year at ASIN, we brought booze for the whole room to enjoy, and we were going to make a giant thing of screwdrivers. Well, everyone in the room apparently does not actually understand what a screwdriver consisted of, and after one sip each, all pussed out and didn't have it. I know.
What? Whoa.
On a screwdriver?
Vodka and orange juice.
Whoa,
A bunch of
whoa,
wussy.
hold on.
That's what I started with.
Stop. Hold on.
The strong
How
mimosa.
old were these fucking people?
Anywhere from like 21 to 25.
I can't.
Oh,
I
little
can't.
babies.
I can't.
Well, I'll make a correction. These were screwdrivers. These are screwdrivers squared. Because these weren't vodka. It was Everclear and orange juice.
Oh, well, that's different.
So
Look at your vitamin C.
me being the young, dumb 20-something-year-old, I drank the rest of it. And I wanted to go to the rave, and ASIN used to have really good raves to where they'd be about 9,000 people. So
I'll be right back. You got
Okay.
Jace. You're in, Jace, Sonic. You're in charge.
Oh,
God.
damn.
But anyway, that happened at 7. I finished that. Was waiting. We got to get in the line early for the rave. I was not drunk at all. So I'm in Chicago. I did not live there at the time. I lived a couple hours south of it. So I'm thinking, oh, it's Chicago. There's liquor stores everywhere. So this is about 9 o'clock. I go walk over. they're all closed. I'm in a section of outside O'Hare where it's dry.
Mhm.
There's no liquor stores, nothing. And I'm like, I'm screwed because that's all the liquor I had. It had not kicked in yet. So I walk a couple miles. I finally find a bar. Now my friends are holding a spot for me in line, and I'm like, I'm to go into this drunk because I was young and dumb and whatnot. So I found a bar and I go, okay, I'll take a couple pitchers of beer. And the guy goes, well, we only have buckets of beer where it's like, 5 or 6 in there and ice and whatnot. I said, that's fine. I got a few hours to kill. Just to give you an idea how long ago this was, I had a Motorola Razor. So I'm texting my
Stylish.
friends, and I just kept drinking and drinking until the table was full of bottles. And my friend starts messaging me, and he goes, where are you? At a bar? That doesn't tell us anything. I know. Well, the rave's about to start. You want to come over? So I got up from the table and then realized at that point I was so drunk, everything felt amazing. It's like I can move my finger, and it's like, wow, I'm at Tingleyville. This is awesome. So
Like the adrenaline kicking in.
Oh yeah. So I started running, and I noticed I don't feel the burn from running. That burn in your chest if you're not breathing hard enough. I went with it. I booked all the way down the block. I got down there, and it's like an L shape for me to get back. And at the corner, there's a McDonald's, and there's a giant overflow for all the sidewalks and the overflow from the rain. But they had a pond that was full of ducks. So they're trying to call me, and they're trying to figure out where I am. It's about midnight, 1 o'clock right now. They're calling me, and I can't pick up what they're saying because there's a bunch of ducks next to me going off, and I can't hear shit.
What did you
So
do to those ducks?
I put the phone down to my chest, and I just yell as loud as I can, like, shut the fuck up. To the ducks. Now, this was one of the very rare at the time 24/7 McDonald's because ASIN was
an option.
Because ASIN was open. They always opened up at night, and they had a patio out front that people can eat on. And I just look over, and there's like 20 people staring at me across the street. And I'm like, what? They were loud. So I go down the street, and one of the guys trying to meet up with me, his name, and I kid you not, is Jacob Meekum. Yes, his last name is spelled the way you think it is.
Wait.
Jacob Meekum.
Mecum is how his name is spelled.
Okay.
So we get down there, we go to the rave, and they had this little traveling group of people called the 10-Man Hookah Squad. So they had this beautiful hookah that was about 5 feet tall and had like 10 different hoses coming out. And I was a good little boy, and I had never partaken of herbal remedies at that point. And I'm very drunk, and they go, here, take a puff from this. So my brain goes, yeah, that sounds legit. So I take a puff of it, and I feel amazing. And Meekum looks at me and goes, you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I feel great. This is the best I've ever been. We go to the rave. It looks like that whole scene from The Matrix where it was the second Matrix where it was sweat's flying everywhere and everyone's wearing all these things.
Mhm.
And I look over in the corner, and I go to get a drink of water, and I'm feeling amazing. And I see this Keyblade, this really nice Keyblade prop. And this was before you could buy them in the store. So I'm like, it's destiny calling me. I have to go save the Kingdom Hearts with this Keyblade. And I stared at it, and my brain's all like, you should take that. And I'm like, no, people are watching. But my brain goes, but you can go fight Heartless with it. And I'm like, that does sound pretty cool. And I'm like, no, I put it down. So eventually my roommates find me, and they're like, okay, we need to go back to the room. And my friend Taylor goes, it was great because we thought they had been searching for me all night because I just apparently disappeared. I don't know why.
Went for booze.
She goes, we found him at like 5 a.m, said, stay here, turned around to my boyfriend, who was Mika, and then turns back and sees me like 100 feet down the hallway, like a 5-year-old running off. They eventually corralled me, got us in the room. I got an hour of sleep. And then the really kind of anal retentive asshole that's running the room wakes us all up at like 8:30, and it's all like, everyone needs to get out of the room. I got to go check out because I got to go to a panel early. And I'm like, I felt like death. It sucked. So I kind of destroyed his bathroom to get back at him being as an asshole all weekend. So it was a fun weekend. It was a fun weekend. Of course, the warrant to that is that when he booked the room for all of us, he said we were going to get 2 beds, and it was only going to be 8 people in the room. He lied. We got a queen bed, and there were 11 people in the room, and he made us all pay larger portions than we were supposed to.
What?
But he dropped us on Thursday when we got there, so it's not like we had any other room we can go to. So
That's fucked up.
yeah. So I don't. That was the only year I roomed with him.
I just picture a 6'6" guy running down the hallway like, "Eee!"
See, what was funny was I was dressed as Jaden Yuki doing that.
Oh, it's in canon now.
I went to the rave dressed as Jaden. And
You went to the bar dressed as Jaden too, then?
yeah, actually I did. I forgot about that.
Because at no point was there a transition where you got into Jaden. Because you left
No,
as Jaden.
I didn't have my wig on, but I did have my jacket with me. Because I remember we ordered the wig and it didn't show up till later that summer. So that was the nice thing too for cosplay. If anyone's listening to this, I remember when pre-styled wigs were the brand new thing.
Yep.
How much of a miracle of science that was when you could pull a wig out of a bag and it would just fluffed up the way it was supposed to.
Color
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Oh yeah.
Now
Those are
it's
the
like
days.
now it looks nothing like
You gotta
the
style
fucking
it
picture.
yourself.
Well,
I
now
still-
the picture looks like it's supposed to. That wig looks nothing like it.
Right, you gotta
Yeah.
style it yourself.
Mhm.
What did I miss?
His story.
Just me
his-
yelling at ducks.
He went to
Well-
a bar because he wasn't drunk enough. And then he went to the con after yelling at ducks. And then we found out later he was dressed as Jaden Yuki the entire time. And then he ran down a hallway like a 3-year-old.
It was fun. I think I just described every con goer drinks on Saturday night. Really, pretty much.
There's more violence when it comes to Goku, though.
So wait, did we just like jump back into the whole embarrassing con stories? Is that what just happened here?
I think so.
I'm still a
Okay.
little like mortified that people didn't know what screwdrivers were. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah, it's just
Juices?
fucking orange juice.
dude? I've known what fucking screwdrivers were since I was like 14.
Sounds about right.
That was like my first drink I was having. Was
I went to
Screwdrivers.
public high school. Of course, I fucking drank.
get you
Had
through
a-
first period. Ah, fuck.
One of the guys that I grew up
Fuck
with in Scouts always took a thing of Sunny D with him to class every day. What a lot of people didn't realize that it was half a vodka. So
Ah,
one day he went off to the bathroom and the teacher was thirsty and was going to go buy him a replacement. Yeah, he got suspension for a week for it. But he's like,
Only a
yeah,
week?
it was a week. It was a week. He was 16. So it was the whole school's like, you could either. Well, this is also when you're talking about your graduating class was 3,000. He was in this little podunk town that the graduating class was 300.
Mhm.
So they're
Wow.
like, well, you're 16. You could either choose to stay at the school or you can do a week suspension. He's like, I'll just do a week suspension. And it was just kind of the fact that the teacher was not supposed to be grabbing student stuff, like taking his drink.
I mean,
At my school,
Yes.
they just plain fucking kicked you out.
yeah, Sunny
Yeah.
D, sweet.
Oh yeah, like the bigger
Ah.
ones. Like mine was a much bigger one. My graduating class was 1,000. His was a little podunk town of maybe 6,000 people. So
I like Dandelion's comment. Laughing
Yeah.
at Goku was laughing about.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
another.
I like con stories. Another.
Jesus. Okay. There was. Trying to think of a good one that I can share.
I got one.
There are some that I can't share. At least not on the channel. At least,
Con stories? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, was it? I had one time Chris Patton hit on me and I didn't know who he was.
I don't know who that is.
Chris Patton is the original Greed. He's Sosuke Sakura from Full Metal Panic. He does a bunch of he does a bunch of more old school voices. He doesn't do it as much anymore. We were at a convention called NatsuCon, and I was walking around dressed as Dante from DMC1 or the anime. And this older guy comes up. I wouldn't say he's old, but I'd say late 30s, early 40s.
Mhm.
And he starts chatting with me, real friendly like. And it doesn't click to me because I'm very half awake. I didn't get sleep. And my friends are just like, man, that guy's really kind of into you. And I'm like, yeah, he seemed kind of friendly. And he put his arm around me. He's like, hey, you seem really nice. You want to go see Borat with me? And I'm like, well, no, I'm getting ready to go have dinner right now with some friends. But if I wasn't, I'd be glad. And he goes, all right. Well, just let you know, we're down the street. You can join us anyway. And we're going to get some drinks later tonight. Didn't dawn on me who he was because he was the convention guest too.
I'll be right back.
Over. Go ahead. He's just like, you do realize Chris Patton was hitting on you. And I'm like, what? Oh God, I forgot. And then it dawns on me, I go, oh wait, I forgot. Chris Patton plays both ways. And I'm like, later at his 18 plus panel, he's like, hey, we missed you. And I kind of realized at that point, oh, you're being a little bit more friendly than expected. I'm like, I don't swing that way. And he goes, that's okay. You're really nice though. Oh, that's your normal hair. And his hands all on me. And I'm like, I need an adult right now. That was long before that. No, he's super nice. He's he's changed a little bit further as you go, because like he's like super anti-germs now, even before the whole Corona thing. Because we saw him like 5 years later at Colossal Con, and anything he touched, hand sanitizer everywhere. And I'm just like, wow. He looks like he dropped a lot of weight too, so I'm not sure if it was personal dietary issues or whatnot, but
I'm completely opposite. I've dropped a burrito on the ground in the streets, and I still ate it.
That wasn't even his burrito.
5-second rule.
It was my burrito.
He found it earlier.
It was public school food.
Oh, that stuff's like no disease in there. There's nothing. It's basically styrofoam.
Oh my god, those chicken patties and the rectangle pizza.
Those are
I
right.
found out later that you could buy the frozen chicken fried steak patties. Best day of my life when I found that out.
I missed the
I
pizza.
can buy this shit.
I missed the fucking
Square
pizza.
rectangle pizza.
So I have a con story. So 2000.
You have a lot of stories.
I had a story.
This is
It wasn't about me though.
2011 or 12. This is the one and only year Onicon had a prom instead of a formal.
Yeah.
So they got me to be the DJ for the prom. So I'm like, all right.
Hey.
So I'm getting 100 emails from Onicon. All right. Greg Ayers, who's a voice actor, did not, or I don't know if he still hates me. He did not like me at the time.
I bet he still hates you.
Yeah, I bet he still does.
I've met you. All right.
Yeah, I met me too, unfortunately. So I'm getting 100 emails from fucking Onicon. We need the list of songs for the prom for Onicon for this year. Oh, I thought I was gonna send you the ones for last year. All right, Goku, stop being a smartass. We need the list. And I'm like, why? Why the fuck? This is the actual conversation I had with them over messages though. Why the fuck do I need to send you the list? Oh, because Greg wants to make sure that your list of music doesn't clash with his. I'm like, we're not going on at the same time. We're not even the same thing. He runs the dance, I run the prom. What the fuck? Well, he still wants to make sure. Okay, well, that's stupid. So I sent him a fake list of songs. I was like, whatever. Here. Go crazy.
This is about the DJ thing at Onicon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you go to the prom at Onicon when I was the DJ?
No, I didn't. I don't think so. Was it, what year was this? 2017 or 2016?
Oh, you know what? It was probably 2016. You're right. It's probably...
Yeah, no, I didn't go in 2016.
Actually, no. It was 2013 because that's when I worked for Kroger's.
Oh, no.
Or I think, I don't know. Who fucking cares? Anyways, so I play like a badass. The first song I play is the Kingdom Hearts theme song, but it's instrumental only. Then I play Earth Angel by the Temptations from Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
And then I played these two small songs. I play these two slow ass songs. And then I play Baby Got Back. I like big butts and I cannot lie. And then the whole fucking place goes. We're only 2 hours long, so anyone that's ever been to a formal dance, any kind of formal, knows that after half an hour, it's fucking dead.
Yeah.
There's like 4 people left in that dance when it's about to end.
True.
Our dance had 70% of the original audience at the last 5 minutes. I actually had people complain to me, "Hey Goku, are you gonna play more formal music? Because there are people getting mad." Like, I'm like, who's getting mad? Them? That small group? Yeah, fuck them. I literally said that. Fuck you. Hey, y'all.
Fuck you.
And just to piss them off, I played that song. Down, down, do your thing, do your thing.
Very formal.
Very formal. Well, no, it was a prom.
To be fair,
Super
proms
shuffle.
they do play that anyway.
It was a prom.
Yeah.
That's where everybody. It was a formal prom.
Yeah.
So we played prom
Like
music.
proms play this shit. I don't know what proms.
But people,
What
I'm
proms
like,
they.
If they didn't, no one would go to the damn
oh,
thing.
and then like Greg Ayers got mad because we didn't play any of the fucking songs on the list.
That.
And I remember hearing an earful from the staff, and I was like, you know what? I don't have to take this shit. I'm gonna go to my hotel room and I'm gonna get so drunk that I forget feelings. So
I'm gonna have my own prom with blackjack and hookers.
So
Oh shit.
I get drunk.
D5 Econ 2025.
What's crazy is the cops are like smelling everybody. They're checking everybody and making sure nobody has alcohol. They're making sure nobody's intoxicated. I walked right past them. I was in a poncho and sombrero, and I was like, "Orale."
Well, it's because it'd be profiling if they did.
So not only did I get
Never stopped it before.
in my fucking head, dude, I'm breakdancing. I'm dancing. I'm busting a move. I'm like, dudes. I'm doing all these fucking flips and shit. Nope. I was so fucking fucked up. I was just standing there, just twirling my head.
Ray Charles.
You spin me right around. Not only that, it got worse. So Greg is on stage and he's DJing. So I, for some dumb fucking reason, decide to walk all the way to the front of the stage, unzip my pants, and I tried to piss all over his set.
No.
I took out my junk and then I tried to pee all over his set.
Oh my god.
And they had to stop me and take me out to the back where I peed on. I was like, ugh, fuck that guy. He was like, fuck that guy.
Wow.
And the head of events is like, Goku, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Good question.
He was talking shit.
Where do we start?
Like, he was talking shit. All right, Goku, you're obviously gone. I'm going to get your friends to come get you. All right, cool.
I don't have any
I
friends.
passed out. They had to get. They threw me in Asian's minivan like it was a fucking ambulance to get me back to our hotel. For real, they did. I don't remember any. I remember because when I got outside of the con, I just rolled over on the small patch of grass and then over to the sidewalk and then straight into the street.
The tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed.
So
He's fine.
They were
Gravity will take care of
afraid
it.
that I was going to get run over by a car.
Just kept rolling.
I just kept rolling.
Wow.
It was like that Limp Bizkit song. Keep rolling, 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 ball. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
What?
But
And this
yes.
reminds me of
So don't take Goku anywhere. Got it.
Shouldn't have mentioned the convention. Every time you mention a convention, your internet goes bad.
Yep.
It's also because it was raining earlier today.
So Brad, what's up?
So his little story reminded me of when Pokemon Go first came out. We went to Anime, Iowa, which was immediately like 2 weeks after Pokemon Go came out. So everyone was all scoping out all the Pokestops all around it. And there's a nature preserve all back behind where the hotel is at. This is up in Coralville, Iowa. And it's a bunch of marshlands and water and lake and everything. So we're out there at like 11 o'clock. There are no lights in the back out in this nature preserve. There are now. But we're going out there and we hear someone just wading through probably 3 feet of water in like the marsh where all the frogs are. And I remember taking my phone out and I'm like, who the fuck's out there? And the guy goes, Squirtle, Squirtle. And I'm like, oh my God, I got a wild Squirtle over here. And someone's like, Pikachu, I choose you. And he goes, I ain't no fucking Pikachu. I'm a Squirtle, motherfucker. And I'm like, okay, he's a Squirtle. And he kind of wades out. And he is half soaking. He's drunk off no end. And I'm like, what happened? He goes, I had to catch a Pokemon. And I went for it. And I got it. And I'm like, good for you. The rest of your shoes are a little destroyed. And he looks down and just soaked in mud. And he's like, oh, yeah, they are. And he just kind of wanders off. And I spotted him the next day. And I'm like, dude, I loved you being a Squirtle last night. And he's like, I was a what? And I'm like, ow. Well, we know how far gone you were. So and I showed him the video. And he goes, oh, that's how I fucked my shoes up. And I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, just a little bit.
Back in the day when no one knew how Pokemon Go worked. I gotta be right there, right?
Yeah.
I gotta stand like within 5 feet of where this
I
thing is.
gotta be honest with you. I'd rather fuck up my shoes and be like 3 feet in water than go through what I went through. Because there was a time I got all my clothes wet and I had to wear booty shorts at the Renaissance. I'm not proud of that.
Ah, yes.
The booty shorts.
One of our favorite memories of you, though.
You weren't there.
Yeah, but I've heard the story enough. I feel like
You've
I was
heard it
there.
once.
It's enough.
It involves me in booty shorts.
It leaves a lasting scar. That's
Correct.
For sure.
The moral of the story is don't take Goku anywhere.
Yeah.
No,
That's
there-
the comment.
there
That
are
comment is
times-
accurate.
Okay, I'm only that bad when I know I don't have responsibilities.
Why don't I
So-
feel like you guys have a diaper bag for him just in case of emergencies?
No,
It's
no,
called
no.
the Goku bag, and yes.
I'm really
Yeah,
good about not
also-
shitting myself.
Oh no. I mean,
Oh.
like they have a bag with a change of pants or whatnot for you.
In case of
Yeah.
emergency, it's like a
It's your
Like a
go
baby
No,
bag.
but I was
Yeah.
being a gentleman. I was being a
Yeah.
gentleman because I found out the next day. I'm like, what happened to my fucking pants? So I come back in boxers and I'm soaking wet because it's raining. What happened to my pants? And then I realized, oh, Evie's wearing my pants. Because for some reason she called me on the phone to come rescue her. And when I found her, she wasn't wearing panties or bottoms. So I took off my
Oh.
pants so she could wear them.
Well, that was nice of you.
plays the gentleman.
Yeah, but I carried her, like, we were trying to find our camp, and I carried her for, like, 20 minutes before I tripped over somebody's fucking tent line like a fucking drunk trap.
We got one.
Got one.
Oh, it's just Goku again.
So, my friend Stephanie, she's like, I got some shorts you can borrow, and I'm thinking, oh my god, basketball shorts. I totally forgot the girls wear different types of shorts.
Did it have Princess bedazzled on the ass?
I will look for them next time, and I will show them to
It says
everybody.
juicy bottoms.
We were hoping for Juicy.
No, they didn't say anything. They had little pictures on them, though.
juicy culture.
I mean,
Wait, what did you just say?
Juicy
No,
culture.
juicy coacher, because that's always there's like a lot of girls who would have like those kind of bottoms, and they just
they
say
have the
juicy.
ones that say juicy or snack on the fucking ass.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's couture.
You need,
Couture.
how come you don't wear those kind of shorts
I
or
didn't-
pants?
Cause I don't fucking wear Victoria's Secret. They ain't got no geek stuff.
And mine don't fit anymore.
And besides, I go to Victoria's Secret for bras and underwears, and like I'm gonna show off mine to you.
She
Why
saves that
not?
for John Bailey.
What?
John Bailey or no one.
I mean, why not? I mean, we're throwing it on the table.
I'm doing it on the live podcast. That'd be weird.
And that's where the OnlyFans and
Wash,
Patreon
eat cereal,
comes
in
in.
underwear.
Remember,
No.
That's a different tier of video
Okay,
where we're all
so-
like just naked except for underwear.
No, okay, so I will say this. So I used to do this thing with my friends in college.
get
College,
naked.
you
Um,
say.
College. Oh,
Yes.
That's
So I
good
used
stuff.
to.
I have a
Shut up.
college story.
So I,
You went to
okay.
college?
Yeah, I went to college.
So.
Okay, hold on.
um,
Before you tell your story, let me put it to you like this, man. You don't get this stupid unless you go to college.
I've been to- Your mom went to college.
She did, and she's a
Throwback.
teacher.
Takes one to know one. Huh.
It's the throwback joke.
That was a terrible joke.
Wasn't good when it came out either.
That's why it's called a throwback.
Well, it's kind of weird when you. It's like, yeah, my mom went to college, but my mom was also from Mexico, so I'm glad she did.
Anyway, Rachel went to college?
Twice.
I think she told us this right. Anyway.
Oh no,
I know.
Dandelion. Rachel does have Victoria's Secret. Dandelion says I don't like
Super
Victoria's Secret either. It's itchy and expensive.
See, my sister from another mister. She understands.
Y'all are like Batman and
Batman
Robin.
again.
Batwoman and Batgirl.
I like this.
Brad has a lot
But
of
yeah.
college. We need to hear your college stories now because according to Maddie, you have tons.
But yeah, so this thing, so like I said, I got a couple of things from Victoria's Secret, and there was this other store. It's since closed down, and I was like, and I was a dumbass, and this is us like stone cold sober, and we're just idiots in school, in college. So we had this group, and we had our little spot called the corner. Literally, it's a corner in a hallway. And so I was like, guys, I got a new bra, and they were like, show us. And so this was the running gag now, is that I would undo my bra, take it and show it to them, and then put it back on without having to go to the restroom. And I stopped doing that because I did it, because I did it this one time when we were all in front of the Cinemark, literally in front of the ticket counter, and I was like, I got a new one, and they're like, show us. So I took it off and showed it to them and put it back on outside the Cinemark.
50 kids were there. There
No
was a
kids
field
were
trip
there.
for Nemo.
50,
There were no
50 Karens
fucking
had
kids
to
there.
50 Karens had to have the birds and bees discussion with their kids a lot sooner than they wanted to.
There were no kids.
Mommy,
No,
what's that?
there were no kids because after that they were men.
I saw a bra today.
I'm a
That's
mega
how-
man.
There was literally no one there. Everyone there was our age, so it's like we're not showing this to anyone who doesn't know what's happening. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
realized like
after
we
that
should
they're your age now.
shut up.
The conversation beforehand is like afterwards.
Yu-Gi-Oh,
I
Pokemon,
saw a thing.
Tootsie Rolls, hula hoops, bras.
Well, I mean, hell, with Victoria's Secret, I used to work for an inventory company called Regis, and I was the one guy out of 40 women, and we would get hired out to go to multiple businesses. It was kind of a part-time thing on the side. It was just not a lot of guys applied for it. I needed money in college, so so they look at me like,
gotta do.
yeah, they looked at me like I was the rookie, and we had to do inventory of Victoria's Secret, and we would go in when they would close down. So it'd usually be from like 10:30 till 5 in the morning, and we would go through. So they made me go count all the panties, and I counted probably 5,000 pairs of glitter-filled, thongs.
Yeah.
So our uniform is black dress pants and like a red polo shirt with the logo on it. I walked out of there covered in so much glitter because they're like, he's the boy. He has to go count panties. And I'm like, yeah, this is not going to bother me at all. But like a lot of that Victoria's Secret stuff is so fucking overpriced.
Yeah, that's nowhere near as bad as working for GameStop and having to clean the restroom that all the employees
That's
use.
a different kind of bad.
I've worked
Yeah.
GameStop. We never let the public use ours just for that very reason.
No. I'm not talking. We never let. No GameStop lets the public use their bathroom, but the employees can be nasty as well.
Oh God,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
True.
I got
Damn
my
it,
job
Tom.
at GameStop because I was a cosplayer, and we came in, and I was trying to get a part-time job, and the manager goes, "Well, what qualifies you to work at GameStop?" And my friend goes, "He's got a Master Chief cosplay." What? And I showed him a photo, and the guy goes, "Cool. When can you start?" And my friend was like, "What about me?" And he goes, "Well, I don't know. I might have to interview you." And he's like, "What the fuck?"
I got the job at GameStop because it was in a Mexican neighborhood, so they're like, "What makes you qualified to work here?" I can speak Spanish and I can probably sell ice to an Eskimo. They're like,
D.
"You're hired." I did cosplay at work once because it was the first time. It was the first time I'd ever gone to Onicon, so I had to work Saturday. I go into work. I'm dressed as Naruto. I even have the whiskers and everything. And I'm like, "Hi, welcome to GameStop." And some guy's like, "Hold up, I gotta hang up. I just walked into GameStop and Naruto's here." I'm like, "Yep, welcome to GameStop. Believe it." Oh no, but in college, I had convinced everyone in our group for like at least 2 months that doors were for pussies. So we had to jump through the windows of moving vehicles whenever we wanted to go somewhere.
God.
Going a little Dukes of Hazzard on us, aren't you?
Yeah, except sometimes my friends would jump in at the same time in the back seat and they would bump heads or like collide into each other. One of my friends jumped in the passenger seat and knocked the shift gear to fucking neutral or reverse or whatever, and it fucking almost made us crash.
Do
Good
you guys ever
times.
do Chinese fire drills?
I don't know what that is.
No.
It's when you at a red light.
It's when you stop the car randomly and everyone gets out and shuffles.
Oh yeah,
I
we've
read
done
it.
that shit.
We did that once to one of our friends where I said we're going to do a Chinese fire drill, but I warned the other two. This is when we do the Chinese fire drill that we got out and then hopped back immediately into the car and drive off. And
She gets out.
our one friend got out and we started going forward. He's like, "Wait," and I hit the brake, and we didn't expect that he was going to run forward as quick as he did.
Shit.
And he clotheslines himself on the door, and we're in the middle of the street where there's other traffic. And he's just flat on his back, and he's like, and I'm like, "Get him in the car, get him in the car, get him in the car."
We got to go.
Bogey is down.
Yeah, no, we did that too. We've done that several times. We also did something what we called car surfing.
I've seen that.
God.
It's where we stood on either the roof of the car or the hood of the car, and they would start speeding up little by little. But my friend was an asshole, so when he started doing 20, I'm like, "Yeah," and then he hit the brakes really hard, and then I flipped in front of him and landed. I flipped in front of the car and landed in a ditch.
This is why guys die at a young age.
Yeah.
This is like,
Yeah.
I'm
Dumb shit we
actually
do.
a little surprised that I've survived this long.
I kind of am too.
Hell, that sounds like one of the things we did playing airsoft. We went on a private property and camped overnight. So we've got a friend that has this old S10 pickup, and it's about 1 a.m, and it's a beautiful moonlit night. And he goes, "Let's go driving." And it's very hilly farm pasture. And he thought it would be cute while there's 5 of us in the back of the truck to do 60 over the hill. And we go up the hill, and he gets a little bit of air, and all of us in the back of the truck start floating where we're not supposed to be, as we're all trying to panic and grab the back of the truck. Yeah, that's where we just started slamming on the back of the window while he's laughing his ass off. We're like, no, stop. We're walking back to camp. But the next day wasn't any better because we had 2 friends with 2 trucks, and we would have 2 teams in each truck. One truck was the one where we would have to pull the special item out of, which meant usually we either had to disable the truck with the windows open, like shoot the driver, while wearing facial protection. So my friend Randy thinks it's smart, while we're both going 40 miles an hour between 2 vehicles. He jumps from one truck to the other, barely making it, and we're all freaking out going, oh God, if he falls, we're going to run him over. He thought it was the funniest shit ever, but
Guys are dumb.
Yes, we are.
We had one friend, we went to this restaurant, and he was really stupid. We were going to get everyone to go to a restaurant. You ever seen a transformer blow up? It releases like a green light.
Oh, you mean a real one?
Yes. No, not a
Kidding.
So
Hey,
this
we all cried when Optimus
transformer
died.
blows up, and there's like this fucking green light that just whoosh. It's like a fucking EMP.
It's radiation. All the humans died.
So
Except for Goku.
He's resistant.
So
He's
my
not
friend's
human.
like, we see that and all the lights are. I'm like, shit. And my friend's like, hey, what was that? What do you think it was? Let's go find out. Let's go investigate. I get fucking mad at him. I'm like, that's the whitest fucking thing I've heard all fucking day.
That's how every horror movie / sci-fi horror movie ever starts.
I'm like, you
Let's
go
go check
investigate.
out what that was.
I'm like, you go investigate. I'm leaving your bitch ass here. I'm going home.
I would totally do that.
I've seen enough horror movies to know where this is going, and I'm not about to be a part of it. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. I don't know anything. The cops don't even... I don't believe me. The cops don't believe me. That's why you never see us in horror movies. Nope. I ain't no snitch.
Also, no representation.
That's true.
No, it's because it's not. It's unrealistic.
Well, yeah. I mean,
They
most
would
of the
never be
time...
there.
Most
They
of the
would've
time,
left.
they go fucking camping. What kind of shit is that?
Camping.
If I really wanted to go camping, if I wanted to sleep on the ground and sweat my ass off, I'd go back home.
Goku goes camping with like 5,000 other people. It's
I
not
go
camping.
every time I go to Mexico and have to sleep on the floor that's made of concrete. I feel like I'm camping. So I mean, it's whatever.
The dumbest thing I ever did in a car, I had this old 86 Mustang. I call it a roofless because it was convertible, but it no longer converted. It was
Ruthless aggression.
it just had no roof. So anytime it rained, it would just get soaked. But it was leather seats, so it was okay. But it's an older car, so you could take the key out while it was still like moving and shift because it was also a manual.
Uh-huh.
So I would say I'd be driving home, and my friend would be in the car with me. It's like, I'm gonna go ghost. What does that mean? I take the key out and hand it to him, and we're just
Oh,
coasting
God.
now, all the way down the street. No lights, no sound. Like, what are you doing? I was like, "Nah." Oh, give me the key back. I put it back in, start it back up while I'm still driving, and I pull it into the driveway. And there's like no sound except for when we're talking. It was also like at 2 a.m, so it was really helpful. You could just turn your car off on the way home.
No lights.
What about
no
you,
music.
Sonic? What is some dumb shit you did in college or cons or anywhere?
This is a car.
With a car.
Or it doesn't have to be with a car. We just
It's a
mean
dumb
No.
thing you've done, other than be on this podcast.
Oh, shit.
shit. Well,
It's a high bar.
That's a high bar. Dumb shit. It's got to be something I did.
Sonic's a
You're
good
such an
boy.
innocent
Look
child.
at him.
I am the
Look
little,
at him.
I am the angel boy.
Goku's the worst. Is the
It's
craziest thing
because
that's happened
that
to
person
you.
right up, that person in the brown standing right there. Yeah, that thing is watching me, so that's why.
who is that?
Oh,
The Virgin
Jesus.
Mary right there.
Oh, I got Jesus
too.
too somewhere in the room. I think he left too.
Your cousin?
No, I think fuck. Did Jesus disappear with Togepi?
Oh, they want a drug bender.
that makes sense.
Oof.
So no, like, okay. So my like worst con experience.
Did you just
was-
drink Monster
Yeah.
like a
He's been
Kyle?
drinking Monster. He's been drinking Monster.
Podcast is
Sugar free.
over.
Coffee wrecks my stomach, so
Okay.
So it was ACON 2017, and I was with one of my friends. This
Was that
famous.
the last? Was that Anatole, or was that when it first moved?
That was when I first moved.
Yeah, it was the
So-
one at Fort Worth.
The year that got delayed like a month and a half, and no one knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. So I was with one of my friends, this famous cosplayer, and we were hanging out. And so I was at his room with all of his friends, and they're getting ready to do this virgin sweater killer, that bullshit.
Oh, that thing was huge.
Photo shoot. And
Mm.
so, like, him and this other chick were doing like Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, and the others were we were all just like bullshitting. And somebody was like, "You want to do shots?" And I give in to peer pressure way too fucking easily. And I was like, "Sure." And so I was like, "What do we got?"
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah,
When
you
you
are.
said, "Do you want to do shots?" I automatically thought, like, I just had a flashback of 17 and Rock at fucking Allcon. And I just fucking laughed. Oh my god, we have a video. Oh my god, go ahead and finish the story. I'll share afterwards.
Goku's gonna say that the next time he sees you at a con, though. It's like, "Want to do shots?" He pulls out a
Probably.
super soaker full of alcohol.
No,
Probably.
I don't do that.
So
You guys want to do
So-
shots?
yeah, so they were like, so I was like, "What do you got?" And it was Fireball and some tequila. And I did like half a dozen Fireball shots and one or two of the tequila, and like too quick a succession. And so I was like, feeling good. We're doing this. So we're walking from his room to wherever they're doing the photo shoot, and there's a shit ton of people doing this whole photo shoot.
Virgin killer photo shoot.
Yeah. So we're all just hanging out. So the rest of us are hanging out over here, and the alcohol's kicking in. I'm just like, yeah, this is great. And so we're just like talking some shit, doing whatever. And I'm apparently, I'm done with this.
Distracted by things on your desk. What are you,
Yes.
Goku?
Yes.
Hey,
What
I'm
was
not distracted
happening?
by the shit
We were
on
just
my
talking
desk.
about like some nerd stuff, and
Of course.
yeah, like of course it's Akon, and so we were talking about something or other, and all I did was I just talked to this one guy, and I was like, "Where have you been all my life?" And I actually say this about a lot of guys, and so and this was also like not, well, it was like 6 months after my breakup, and I was still kind of like sore about it, and so yeah, I'm just like saying this to everybody, like, "Oh, you like this and this, and you're understanding me, like, where you been all my life?" And so apparently that offended that guy. And they get done with the photo shoot. We're all hanging back. And if you've been to the Anatole in Fort Worth where they did the convention, there was this big like courtyard with like a wall and like some water features and whatever. And so people are starting to gather. There's music. Someone had like some music playing, and we're just acting like fucking fools. And so I was like, yeah, da, da, da. And when I get, yeah, shit like that. And so when I drink, if I'm with the right amount of, okay, even when I don't drink, I'm kind of a energy sponge. Like if the crowd is up, I'm up. If the crowd starts dying down, I'm like, I'm getting sleepy. So people were up doing stuff. Shut up. And people were coming up like, hey, we just came from this, we just came from that, da, 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 da. Everyone's talking about, the virgin killer sweater, like tuxedo mask and shit. And I was like, oh, there's like a male Harley Quinn cosplayer. There's this guy who's doing the Old Spice dude and some other stuff. And I'm just like, what's up? And I'm like hugging everybody because I'm do that. And 3 guys try to kidnap me. Because they're like, hey, you want to go over here? And I was like, sure. And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, actually, I got to stay over here.
It's like, wait a minute.
Where there's light and people.
Yeah. And then I remember all of a sudden, like, looking up at the wall, and there were these guys up there. and I'm screaming, and I'm over here like being loud and obnoxious, like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And they're like, we're up here drinking. You want some? And I was like, fuck yeah. And so rather than like go around, because if again the wall, so this one side is like not sheer, but it's got not really steps. Like you can kind of climb it.
Climbable?
It's sort of climbable. The other side is
Climbable.
easy to actually walk up it. So my dumbass went straight up. And everyone was like, look at her go, fucking American Gladiator, some bullshit or whatever like that. I'm like, fuck yeah. So he was like, that. And so the guys up there like, that earned you a drink. And I was like, what you got? And he's like, absinthe. And I'm like, never had it. Let's do this. Taking a fucking shot of absinthe.
Let's do it to it.
Then there's some fool that comes up. I think it's like some a group of cosplayers. One of them is dressed up in like a chicken suit. And I'm like, why are you dressed like a fucking chicken? And he said something, I forget his reason. I was like, get your ass up here.
Fuck Peter Griffin.
No, some skinny guy. And so the guy gets up here. I was like, come on, move it, you little pussy. And I'm just like, fucking like.
You got super drunk and climbed up a hill.
So, what we need to do is when
It's
we
just-
throw our party at Delta, we need
just
to get
ask you.
we need to get Brad over here to party with us to experience it. And Brad's gonna be like, we're gonna give you a T-shirt too. It's gonna be like, I survived the night with Goku. How the fuck? And in the back's gonna say, how the fuck did I manage that? No, instead it's gonna say PlayStation trophy on the front. Or Xbox achievement, survived a
unlocked.
party with Goku.
Oh God, it sounds like my friend Jeff is going to be my best man. He has no alcohol tolerance, and one of the first cons we ever took him to drink. I had to drag his. I think did I tell you guys about what happened when he got so drunk he got stuck in the bathroom? Well, there's a second part to that.
The water issue one? Where you tried to clean it?
No. That was me flooding the bathroom. That was me.
Oh, okay.
So
Don't throw yourself under the bus.
Oh no, I won't. But no, it was one of the first cons we got him and his now fiance going to, and it was YomaCon, so it's in Detroit, Michigan, and they have a really nice rave on the evening. So they let you take water bottles in there. So we prepped him up a nice Jack and Coke water bottle, and we told him, don't drink it all at once. So she took it. So the GM Rinsen and the Kobo, so both locations that we're at, were designed in the 70s when they were built to be anti-riot. So you just can't go because it's the GM headquarters. So you can't just simply walk in and get to where you need to go. You have to walk in, and it's circles upon circles upon circles to get to where you go. So it's like Balam Garden from Final Fantasy VIII. And that's exactly what it looks like inside. It's really beautiful. It just takes forever to get anywhere.
Gotta work your way up that fucking tower.
Pretty much. That's exactly what you have to do. So instead of it's just going up some steps, you have to go up steps, round half circle, go up steps, round the other half circle. So this was the year they were working on that. So I'm thinking, I have a Saturday night to myself. So I get to go wander around, and they were doing a bunch of maintenance and remodeling. And I get a text message from his fiance, and she's like, I need your help. And I'm like, no, he got scolded this night. What did he do? And she's like, he drank it too quick. He was he was in the basement of the GM. He pukes real easily with sunlight. So I'm like, how am I going to get him out of there? Because half the elevators don't work and it takes forever to get around. So I found a cleaning lady and I go, I know this sounds like a really odd request, but can I get a garbage bag from you? And she's like, why? I says, I got a friend that's really drunk in the bathroom right now and I don't want him puking all over the floor. And she's like, she couldn't hand me the bag quick enough. She's like, take it. And he was able to stand a little bit better. But we put the bag partially over his head so the sun wouldn't be in his eyes or like any of the fluorescent lights. Well, I mean, I don't know why the sun, but it was late at night. So we get it on his head. We get him about halfway out. We get him out onto the street, and someone comes up and kind of taps me on the shoulder and is like, I have to ask what you guys are doing. Is this some kind of kink or something? And I'm like, no, we're keeping him from puking everywhere. And he's all drunk, like, what's going on? I'm like, just shut up, Jeff. Let's get you back to the hotel room.
Shut up.
You know what you did.
We get him down to the Crown Plaza where we stay at, and it's right across from the Kobo. If you ever go to Yoma, go stay at the Crown Plaza. It's the best one. It's the cheapest too. And we got him in there, and the hotel lady's like, is this some weird sex fantasy thing? I'm like,
What
No.
kind of conventions do you have here? That's the first thing that pops into your
Well,
head.
a lot of the 18 plus panels are like really weird and experimental. Let's put it that way. So we
Got
get
it.
him upstairs, and Alex goes, "I'm gonna go put him in the shower. We're gonna sober him up." I'm like, "Okay, you go do that." So I'm kind of a little peeved that my knight got shot, dragging his drunk ass back to the room, but I'm glad he's safe. And then all of a sudden you hear this loud crash in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh God. And all you hear is Alex go, it's okay. It's okay. I got him. Is he hurt? And I'm like trying to talk to the door. Is he hurt? And she goes, no, he only hit his head.
Nothing important.
She's like, nothing's damaged. Important. You hear him in the bathroom going,
It's fine.
Then the next morning he wakes up and he goes, why do I hurt? And I'm like, oh boy, I got a story to tell you.
Where shall we start?
But
Let's see.
But because of this, I am going to be his best man at his wedding, and
Aw.
vice versa. For he's going to be, but I'm hosting his bachelor party, and Minuteman, who was on earlier, is one of the groomsmen that's going to be helping out. I have ideas for his bachelor party, and I told
No.
Jeff, I'm gonna lay it down for you. We'll take you and do whatever you want for your bachelor party, but if you get so drunk that we have to drag you, I'm bringing a wagon. He goes, what do you mean? Why are you bringing a wagon? I'm going to bring a wagon and my GoPro. And we're going to put a sign on you. And we're going to take you bar hopping with that sign. And I'll drag you. I'll put you in that little wagon and I'll put a sign on your chest. I have a chest mount for my GoPro. And it's going to be, it's my bachelor party. Give me a kiss. And we're going to see how many people that night give you a kiss as we go through. His fiance is given full permission for this. And he's
Okay.
like, oh, okay, that's nice. All these girls are going to give me a kiss. And I'm like, no. I just said, I'm drunk. It's my bachelor party. Give me a kiss. So we're going to see how many guys are going to kiss you throughout the night too. And he's like, oh God, no. And I'm like, well, you know what, Jeff? Then don't get drunk. Don't get drunk so much that we have to drag your ass. And he goes, touche.
As he's drinking, you just kind of point over at the wagon, like,
Well, I'm a firm believer. If you want to go and have fun, have fun. But if your friends have to drag you out, you drink a little too much. So,
Well, with our group, I've dragged so many of our friends back to our room that if they have to drag me, then it's equivalent exchange.
it's a fair trade. I mean, he's babysat me the few times that that one time I flooded the bathroom. Actually, honestly, I haven't done too much beyond that in my 30s. I mean, when you're in your 20s, you're like, yeah, if I'm not destroying the room, I'm good.
Woo! And then, like, you're
Yeah.
like, whoa! And then when you're in your 30s and you do it, you're like, oh no.
takes
Oh,
you
yeah.
the whole weekend to recover.
Oh yeah, no, what was it? Anime St. Louis, the hotel that they used to be at, had this really cool like center courtyard in the hotel that had like a fire pit and everything. And that's where everyone would go and drink on Saturday night because it was secluded, it was out of the way, and it was awesome. And when you'd go to one of the conventions that also happened in the St. Louis area called Archon, which is one of the longest running sci-fi cons in the US, it's like a lot of tabletop and whatnot. They would be at the same hotel. So that would be in the fall. So you'd have that crisp, cool fall air, and you can go out and get drunk, and everyone would bring all kinds of drink mixes. The cool thing about that con is that part of your badge paid for free alcohol after 5 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. So you can have all the free beer you wanted because
Whoa.
it was St. Louis.
His eyes went, what?
What
got all
con
those-
is this?
It is
Guys, go.
Archon. It is sponsored by Anheuser-Busch. So you get like Busch and Bud Light or something like that. I don't
When
know.
is this?
Because free doesn't matter.
It's usually at the beginning of October. It is called it's ARCHON, Archon.
Send me some info. I'm going next year.
Oh yeah, because I remember
Booze?
the first year we went. My friend goes, I was so used to anime cons being free and lax, and Archon's very sci-fi and like I'm a nerd. I read these books or tabletop. They're not as like they're more of an older audience, but they still have the alcohol. So I'm like, oh okay, this is a little bit different. You get used to it. And that first night, they're like, oh yeah, it's all the beer you can drink. And I'm like, oh, so you mean I can chat Star Wars and I can have all the alcohol I want? Yeah.
All the
So,
beer you can drink. Challenge accepted.
Well, what was funny was we'd had kind of a long day, and my friend Wyatt went somewhere else. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just kind of by myself. I'm just going to have a couple beers. And I started talking Star Wars with some group that I'd never met before. And it didn't dawn on me, like 4 hours had gone by, and I had like, 15 cups empty. And I'm like, okay, I think I need to stop. I need to be able to stand. And they had a ring of hotels that were across the parking lot that everyone else stayed at because it was a convention center, and that's all like, like Super 8 and other stuff. And someone's like, hey, they're having this this little welcoming party to sell this convention they're trying to do next year. So they had food in the lobby, and of course I'm very drunk and going like, "Ooh, free food." Now it's St. Louis, where there's a lot of flooding and the river overflows a lot. So all the ditches around all these places are like a good 6-foot ditch that drops and slopes down really good. So I'm trying to cross the parking lot while calling my friend, and he's like, "Yeah, where you at?" And he sees me coming across, and he goes, "All I saw was this 6'6" drunk toddler going across the parking lot, about ready to hit the ditch." And he goes, "Oh God, please don't fall into it." And I just weeble wobbled right through it and crossed it. I had trouble in the street, but the ditch didn't conquer me. I got over there, and they're like, "Welcome to such and such convention." I'm like, "Don't care. Where's the food?" I destroyed a plate of cornbread. They had like jalapeno cornbread. It was so good. Oh.
That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, Archon's awesome.
It reminds me of ApolloCon. ApolloCon in Houston was a tiny sci-fi and horror convention. They had a con suite where they had food there, and they would feed you full course meals.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Throughout the weekend, they actually had people in there cooking the food, and like you donate it, and they had panels, but they also had adult panels like, "Welcome to our Scotch tasting panel." They had Scotch tasting panels and wine tasting panels. It was like, and then they had an entire floor. So the way the artist alley, how at cons they have the conventions passing out flyers.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do that at this con. So the cons would book a room on the party floor, and they would advertise their conventions by, "Hey, come to our con, have a beer." They would have room parties, and people would just go up there and drink. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, NebCon always threw an amazing room party. You'd go there and they're like, "Welcome to NebraskaCon, have some," and they just have like just quarter of the room just full of booze, and I'm like, "I just have to show I'm over 21?" "Yeah." "All right, tell me at this convention." Yeah. Oh, well, it's cheap advertising. It's cheaper for them to buy liquor than it is to throw an ad up on a website.
Yeah.
My buddy at all cons always like, "Oh shit, here comes Mexico. Hide the keg." Did I hear keg?
Well, hell, what was it? Anime Iowa had like what they call a dual con suite. So they would have the regular one for the con attendees. So it'd be cheap ramen or whatnot. I didn't know they had a nice staff con suite until I started staffing as a photographer. And they're like, "Oh, no, you don't have to go to this one anymore. There's one upstairs." And they had sushi they were preparing for us, cold cut sandwiches. Like they were working on meat. They had griddles and flat irons. I'm like, "You mean I've been staffing photography for 3 years and no one told me about this?" I'm like, "Well, we thought someone mentioned." I'm like, "You think I'd be eating cold ramen downstairs if I'd known there was sushi up here?" "Oh yeah, no, we have a masseuse that comes up here on Saturday nights for all staff." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to keep volunteering as staff here every year."
I got a story that I want to share real quick.
Go for
Because
it.
you were talking about your friend going doing shots, or who was talking about doing shots?
Me.
Oh, it's you, right? Yeah, I remember now. You told me to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even say anything. I was like,
shots?
So we're at AllCon. AllCon's a great convention in Dallas, and we have a buddy named Rock. Rock has a good tolerance when it comes to alcohol, and our buddy 17, who I known him for 5 years, and he didn't start drinking until he met us and started hanging out with us. So he has no tolerance whatsoever. He has none. So he thinks it's a good idea. Rock's like, "Hey man, let's start doing shots." So he goes shot for shot with Rock. A man with a decent tolerance taking shots with a man that has no fucking tolerance.
That sounds like a bad idea.
So 17.
Sounds like a fun night.
So Canada, we're in the lobby of AllCon, and Canada's hitting on this married chick, and her husband's. You could see he's visually getting frustrated with Canada. And Canada's like, "Man, I'm like, Canada, what are you doing? Stop talking to that girl." "What are you talking about, man? I'm totally in. I'm gonna score. I'm gonna get pee-pee touched tonight." I'm like, "No, dude, you're not about to get pee-pee touched. You're about to get fucking. You're not gonna get the pee-pee touch you want. Okay, that's not the one you're gonna get." Her husband's about to whip your ass, dude. "No, he's not. He's not gonna do shit. He's a pussy." So 17, all the alcohol finally kicks in. It's like a volcano. And we're in the middle of the fucking lobby, and all of a sudden he just fucking pukes. But I could see I was so drunk I could see the whole thing in slow motion. and I could hear and like for some reason my mind was playing tricks on me. I could hear the song Sound of Silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Everything went black and white.
His vomit is launching towards the floor. And I turn around and I look at Canada's face. And Canada's like, fuck. And his vomit hits the floor. And I can still hear the sound of silence. And Canada's like, son of a bitch. And 17's all like, bleh. And everybody's all like, everything's in slow motion. I'm on like,
Got him.
because he cock-blocked the shit out of Canada. Canada's like, fuck. You ruined my whole night. And we even recorded this in our hotel room. Canada's like, fuck. You're like, hey, what's up? Welcome to Geeks Forever. We're drunk as fuck. Here with my boys. And Canada's like, fuck. 17's in the bathroom because he's drunk. And Canada's like, fuck this guy. He ruined my fucking night. And then he's throwing pizza crust at him. Here, eat this. It'll absorb your bad decisions. Canada is fucking fumed, dude. And Canada's gotten drunk and puked, too. All over himself. So he's not one to fucking talk.
I'll bring up that Raph brought up the Virgin Killer sweater. And I know that Brad has cosplayed that very thing.
Have you?
Yeah, that's actually what I was looking for images.
I saw
and I tried
that,
making my background.
That shit was
getting-
huge like
it's
3
hard
years
getting
ago.
People still wear it.
But not as much as they did.
I remember Brad having that thing. It's like, I got it. How did he get it one to fit, though?
We got to get Brad to Delta. We got to
What
get
was it?
Jason
go
Delta
ahead.
as well.
No, one of our friends asked me if I would do a photo shoot for her with her Virgin Killer. And ironically, she got a red Virgin Killer thing. And that was also when I was like super big into cosplaying Markiplier, because we were at Indie PopCon where YouTubers go. So I had my Mark gear with me because I was going to cosplay it that weekend. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, this almost looks like this would fit me because it's super loose on her. And I'm like, I was very careful. I didn't stretch it out. And I said, can I try this on? And she's like, why? And I walk out of the bathroom with my Mark wig on and the glasses. And she's all like, it oddly works. So we took a couple like really corny, like, ooh, and all that other things. But yeah, it was hilarious. And I think I shared it online. I don't know if Mark saw it. I know Wade saw it. And he's just kind of like, huh, it's interesting. But that was also the year my friend Jeff went. Who remembers the Mountain Dew commercial where they did the Puppy Monkey Baby?
Oh, God.
I hate that fucking thing.
He cosplayed Puppy Monkey Baby.
That Shao Tucker abomination.
And so he had like, he made like this diaper out of like basketball shorts, and he had like a gorilla top, and he had like the baby face with the pug thing, and he walked around with it, and it was like Mountain Dew like Edge or something, or like, and he said it was really weird because like most people thought it was funny, like, oh, it's Puppy Monkey Baby. He says, but there was this one like 40-plus-year-old mom with her 12-year-old son, and she wanted to get a photo with her kid, and the kid was clearly not wanting to, but she was doing that, take the photo with him, and she's all like, oh yeah, I love your cosplay and everything, and he's like, she took her arms and shoved us both together, and then very quickly took a photo, and he's like, what's going on? I don't get this. But then he said he had some old granny pinch his ass and thought it was really cute. And he's like, I don't know what happened. And suddenly someone pinches my ass. I look over, and it's this 90-year-old lady that's just laughing and goes, you look so adorable. And I'm like, I need to go take a shower, lady. I feel very dirty after what you just did.
You know how often that shit happens at Renaissance?
Oh, a lot.
40 and 50-year-olds just grabbing your junk. Oh, good for you, young man.
This one's
You
right.
are the Black Knight.
Oh, I don't.
Thanks.
I remember when
and then
Red
the
Bear-
husband grabs your junk too, and then he's all mad now, like,
Well, you're right. It's a good season.
it's just ripe.
It's just ripe fruit.
And this is you cold, right? Yes.
I remember when they announced the Wii U Link, which is now Breath of the Wild, and we used to have Black Rock Ren Fair up in Michigan, and my friend's like, let's go there. And I'm like, well, I don't have any Ren Fair style clothes, and I just made it like a month before, and she goes, wear it. I'm like, I don't think anyone's going to know what this is. Oh, no, someone did. One of the performers knew what I was wearing, and when I walked up to one of the stage swords fights that they had, he flipped shit and forgot what he was supposed to do and got whacked with the sword, but he quickly recovered. And I'm like, oh God, what happened? And his wife came over afterwards. She's like, I just want you to, can we get a photo with you? I'm like, why? And he goes, my husband's super big into Legend of Zelda. And he opens up his pirate style kind of thing. And he's got tattoos up and down. He goes, all I saw was just Link walked up and I lost focus. And then I saw a sword whack me in the side of the face.
You were supposed to duck.
Yeah, I did get a really cool photo there that year because there's a bird wrangler. And I got to take a photo with an owl. Like one of the owls from the game, a huge owl, about the size of my chest, right next to me. And the guy goes, all right, focus right here on me. Don't look at the owl in the face. Why? He'll think you're challenging him and he might attack you. And I'm like, oh, you mean the giant bird that's inches from my face right now? Yes, I will look directly at the camera. He goes, all right, well, do you want to get a photo with this bald eagle over here? And I'm like, no. No.
It's Brad. Oh my God, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you have somebody named Chris Miller. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the podcast.
Chris is awesome.
At the very end, he says, "Oh, it's Brad. Oh my God, he's so cool."
Chris is really awesome too. Chris is one of the guys I used to do a lot of collabs with when I first started on YouTube. We all used to work at Walmart together.
We got all that duct tape.
See, the funny thing is that that camera can't see it. I have an old CD tower, like one of those old wooden ones from the 80s, behind me, full of duct tape.
And you smash us. Says we're all awesome. Thank you. By the way, in you smash it, we need to hang out at Acon because I haven't been to Acon since 2013. There was one thing I wanted to bring up briefly.
Don't go to Acon.
The thing is, like 2020, it was supposed to. This year, it was supposed to be at a different building. It was actually at an actual convention center, but then COVID hit, and then we don't know what's going to be next year.
Yeah, I think a lot of us cons are all in the dark on that.
Yeah.
This fucking year sucks.
It does.
This fucking
Hey,
year.
I'm
Just
lucky.
now figuring that out.
Great.
I'm lucky we got C2E2 because
I
they
like. Hold on, before I like how she's completely fucking mean to me, but if y'all say the same fucking thing I just said, oh no, bless your heart. But
We
if
have a
it's
good
me,
dynamic going
listen, listen, dumbass Goku.
I don't know. In the South, when someone says "bless your heart,"
Your
I don't
heart.
think that's a compliment.
I'm Mexican. Like I'm from the real South, south of the border.
The deep South.
Well, no, like, see, there's tones. There's ways to do it. There's a tone when it means the fuck you, and there's a tone when you actually mean, oh, you poor baby. Because I just did that to actually a couple of patients today.
Well, the tone
Today,
I get, it's always the fuck you one.
You just deserve it.
Jeez.
Oh shit.
Aha!
Join us Monday. We'll have a new ghost.
Yep.
Hey, I've been holding back the whole time the fact I love her name is Super Jew
Thank you.
because my fiance Maddie's family is very Jewish, and I'm just the dirty Gentile. And I love the fact that I look at her and I go, Maddie, does it suck the fact that your fiance, who's a Gentile, is funnier than you? I thought you guys were supposed to be naturally funny.
Dandelion says they've never been to Acon, so we got to take Dandelion with us.
Dandelion, you're coming with us.
You know, a con I would really like to go to down in the Texas area is Kamea Con.
Yes.
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 Yes. That is one I want to go to.
They don't
one
like
con,
Aussie down here.
I've been to. I was there last
One
year.
con.
It was really good.
I've never been, but I want to go. One con that you have to come to is Delta. I'm telling you. Come for
It
the
may
party.
be small, but don't underestimate it.
Drive by and we'll go together, I guess. I don't
Come
freaking
on,
know.
close the doors so the cats don't get it. You guys just missed it. Turn that volume on. I just heard angry stomps all down the hallway, and my office door opens up, and my fiance just shoves her face, and she's like,
Well,
hop on
That's
camera.
that's what you get.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
What was with the serious expression?
She got mad that I was making fun of the whole I'm funnier than a Jew comment, so... What?
Oh.
I thought you guys were supposed to be naturally funny. She's naturally funny. I don't get what's
Oh,
wrong.
thanks. No one tells me that.
Special guest Monday, Maddie Delforge comes on to retort against Brad.
Yes.
I'll hop in chat on that one. I have so many interesting questions.
We need to do an actual. We need to
Spouse
do
them
a
out.
panel,
Yo.
a drunk cast panel.
It's always gonna be drunk. That's my
do I
thing.
have to be
Let
the
me do my
sober
thing.
one? I'm the person acknowledging to stay sober.
You're a
Yeah,
designated
Keyblade
podcast.
I'm staying
Sonic
sober
will-
too.
No,
I'll be the
no.
pass.
Jeez, you always give me death glares. God.
What?
You just gave me a death glare like,
I mean, if you want to be drunk, I'm not judging you. I mean, I'm sober right now, but
I'm pretty
You're an
fucking
adult.
sober.
I didn't say anything. I'm mostly.
I got
You
one
gave
thing
me,
going
look,
for
you
me
gave
right
me, this
now.
is the look
No.
you gave me. This is the look you gave me. This is what
That's
you
my face.
No, whenever you look up, you're just like this. But when
Because
you,
I-
but when I
because
said
I
that
heard-
and you looked at me, this is what you did. You did this.
I didn't look at you specifically, bro. I looked up straight.
The fuck did I say about
You-
you? What did I just say about being called bro?
Okay, sis. I just looked straight up, and you're the
Quit
one
being-
taking all
quit being
offense to
such
it.
a bro.
Karen.
Bro. I'd rather be called Karen than bro.
All right, Karen.
That means I'm
Bro,
white. That means I won't
don't
get
you
pulled over.
understand, bro?
If I'm called
you
Karen,
gotta
that
deal
means-
with that, bro.
That's right. If I'm called Karen, that means I'm being called white and I won't get pulled over by the cops as many times.
Right. License says it's Karen. Not a
So what's
Karen.
what's the Spanish? What's the white equivalent of Goku? Gary.
Coco?
Son
No,
Gary.
Goku.
Son Gary.
Coco.
All right, you know what? Just to be, yeah, you'll probably be okay as Coco because some white chicks can actually call themselves Coco.
Gary
You'll
and
be
his
fine,
son
you'll blend in.
Gerald.
Gerald.
As white as you can get him.
Anyways, so we are out of time. Is there anything you want to say to our audience? I feel like we had a subject to talk about today, but we started talking about shenanigans and
Yeah.
No, that's
Never-
good. That's
bullshit
fine.
stories.
It's always
I
on the
had fun with
precipice.
Do you audience like that when we talk about shenanigans? We'll probably
Shenanigans.
do another podcast dedicated.
What's the name
to
of
it.
that restaurant you like to go eat at? You mean Shenanigans?
Applebee's.
Applebee's.
No,
Why
it's
do
from
they call it
Super Troopers.
Applebee's, but they don't sell apples nor bees?
He
Yeah,
chose the bees.
Why the fuck do they call it Walmart when they don't sell walls?
I
Hey,
know, right?
quick
Hey, why
story
did they
on
call,
that.
why did they call
They
it
sell walls.
Kmart, but they didn't sell K's?
You're interrupting the guest. Be
No,
quiet.
you're good. But it's funny. It involves Super Troopers. One of the running jokes we had in the back room when I worked at Walmart is we always did through quotes back and forth. But we had a guy that worked back there who had never seen Super Troopers that literally was the living version of Farva, and we called him Farva all the time, and he did not know why we called him Farva. And we got to go meet Eric Stolkansen and one of the other guys from Super Troopers. But we were telling him, this is we got a guy we work with that is literally Farva, but he doesn't know. And he's like, what? And we described him. He goes, yeah, that sounds like, fucking Farva. But he's just like, how about this? You go tell him that. And we got a video of it. And he's just like, sir, we just want to let you know you should check out our movie. It's called Super Troopers. And politely, we're going to go tell yourself to go fuck yourself, you bear fucker. And he saw it and he goes, I don't understand why you guys are ripping on me. I've never. And he saw the movie and he goes, fucking, just no. I get it now why you guys call me this. I don't like it. But we still did it all the time. We're just like, hey, Farva, what's the place you like to eat at with all the goofy shit on the wall and the mozzarella sticks? And he's like, shenanigans? And we're like, yeah.
Carla says, I just woke up, huh? Question mark.
He was here earlier.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but-
what to tell you.
Yeah, we don't know what to say. It's
Old
He
man
had, to,
naps.
he had to take an old man nap. Is there anything you want to share with our audience? I know we talked a lot about different shenanigans.
Nothing so much as it was. Thanks for having me on here, guys. If you want to check out my content, it is Brad Duct Tape Hale on Instagram, Twitter, and or YouTube. Again, like always, I like being on here, and I will love to be again in the future with more shenanigans. And
He said it.
Yeah, not I don't want to offend anyone that's ever been on the show. But yesterday and today have been two of the best podcasts
Yeah.
that we've had in a while.
Take that, John Bailey.
Fuck!
well, I mean, you have the goal tomorrow to go get JDF on the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
True.
I'm gonna go harass him. Hey, be on the show. Be on the show. Be on the show. We'll dedicate 2 hours of just talking about you.
I bet you could easily get him on if you'd be like, dude, do you want to go and pitch Legend of the White Dragon? We got a time slot right here.
As much as I love JDF, his ego will not
Bro.
allow him to not be on a
Bro.
show where we spend 2 hours talking about him.
Hey, I mean, he had a market. He conquered it. He did what all the other Ranger actors didn't do. So,
Yeah.
Stayed fit.
They even made an Old Man Tommy comic that was actually okay. Could have
The
been
comment says, bring Brad back again.
Yes,
Oh,
they want
B's
us
in
to.
there.
The people have spoken. They want us to bring you back.
Who wrote that?
Dandelion
Dandelion.
from Chicago. I think it's biased.
Oh, Mandy's nice. I know.
Dandelion lives in Texas.
Right.
Dandelion?
But she
Oh, I
said
thought you
she's
said
from.
Dandelion.
No,
No,
Dandelion.
Dandelion.
But yesterday she said that she was
No,
from
Dandelion
Chicago.
is from Chicago, but Dandelion
Right.
lives in Texas now.
This is why
Yeah.
it's biased, because he's from the north.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm up
Yeah.
from here in Chicago where we
We the
apparently
North.
shoot everyone and have thick pizza.
Okay,
Oh.
the shooting one sounds from.
Uh-oh.
Oh, time to go. You're in. You had that quick.
You did the
Speed
thing
up.
again.
Yeah,
Is
but
the
y'all,
internet
y'all have done that like several times too.
That's that when then we hear you do that. So that's where we acknowledge it.
Well, I've only done it once today.
Yes.
Maddie's like, I like Brad to be back on. I grew up in Chicago,
No,
but
we
I live in
want-
Texas now.
We want Maddie on. We don't want Brad again.
Why
We gotta
not
get-
both? Why not? We had that XL podcast yesterday where we had 6 people.
Now we gotta get Maddie on first, and then get them both on.
Oh, I
This
mean,
is-
yeah, if we get
this
Maddie
isn't
on, I'll do all
Maori.
kinds of embarrassing stories.
This isn't Maori. We're not gonna have one and then the other pop up halfway through the show.
Maori. You mean Maury?
Whatever, Mexican.
You are.
You always gotta
Not
put
the
the
father.
Mexican thing as a joke, as the excuse.
That's
like,
the point, though. It be just be happy I speak English.
Mexican.
Barely.
This is just a weird punchline.
Be happy I don't drive on the left side of the street.
That's not even right in Mexico.
Right, but we do that when we're drunk.
Mexican.
Mexican. I need to have a button that just shows the big old Mexican word every time I use
It's a
an
hot,
excuse like
it's a hot
Mexican.
key for a transition. It's just
So
a
in-
quick flash.
Mexican.
What did I just imagine you instead of like a ninja where you throw like a smoke bomb? It's gonna be like ninja vanish. You're gonna be like Mexican vanish and just throw a beer bottle down and run.
No. It'd be
And a-
tapatio sauce.
Like a poncho, just
Tapatio
like a cape.
sauce.
Apparently, my fiance is again here to confirm that she has amazing hearing and that she can hear stuff on the stream because she's doing very clenched teeth. I heard that. And I'm like, what? You heard what?
Aw.
You heard the fact that I would lovely go on there and support you if you were on the stream?
Yes, but still single embarrassing stories about me.
Oh,
But
man.
this is available on VOD, so she can always go back and check when you're lying.
Mexican.
Mexican.
Ninja vanish.
Mexican.
Mexican vanish. Yeah,
All
we
right.
vanish like ninjas as soon as you yell cops or La Migra.
Well, maybe you guys do.
They're fast.
We're fast. You
I'm
know,
white. I don't have
we
to run.
jump. We jump in the bed of trucks of people we don't even know.
Mexican.
Mexican.
Someone's got to draw just
We
like,
got some
you know,
ideas for T-shirts now.
Goku sitting there just throwing a beer bottle. It's like Mexican vanish.
Mexican
Gotta
run.
make a Dos Equis or
We should make that a
Corona.
contest. Do the best art of
Fan art.
Mexican Vanish will be on a T-shirt.
There you go. T-shirt contest, design contest.
We have to give a prize away though.
Exactly.
A t-shirt.
That's the point.
That's the prize. Your design is the new T-shirt.
And we'll give you a
We'll
T-shirt.
give you 5 tacos.
Plus
Maybe
5
you
tacos.
That would be kind of fun, like a T-shirt contest. You know,
There you go.
sign that, and you can get the people in there. And I mean, you could always give away one of the T-shirts for free, like a gift card or something like that. Or...
That's right.
Mexican.
Mexicans. All right.
An expired coupon.
Is there anything you want to say to our listeners? Oh, by the way, don't forget that everybody tomorrow we do have a panel. It's a Zoom meeting panel. It's pretty much like a Q&A panel where you can talk to us and give us feedback and criticism and talk to us one-on-one. And it won't be recorded. It won't be broadcasted. It won't.
Just private.
It is private. So once it's done, and it's gone forever.
Yeah, don't be scared. Yeah, don't be. You don't have to make an account to do it. So you could just join in. You'll be fine.
Right. Hey, Justin, it's been a while. Where you been? Do you have anything you want to say to our audience before we go ahead and?
Well, thank you guys again for having me back here, and I love chatting with the group. And bring the questions next time. I love answering them. I love telling stupid things I've done at cons in the past.
We need more shenanigans with
Mexican!
Mexicans.
Geeks 5 Ever Mad Libs.
Geeks 5 Ever Mexicans.
Oh God.
Yeah, I got some Mad Libs here. We could do that one in the
We
future
should do that.
podcasts.
G5Es.
I got
Jeff,
Mad
the,
Libs.
the audience has already asked for us to bring you back, so we will bring you back.
You know what we
Yeah.
could do for one of them? We could
What?
read fan fiction on the stream.
We could read Mexican fan fiction. Mexican.
Everyone has to say it with a bad Spanish accent, and Goku has to do his best English.
Oh
accent.
my God, no!
Like English, like
I will
Europe
read
English.
fan
Like
fiction.
British.
Yeah.
Hola, me llamo Ebony Darkness Dimitriwe, and I'm going to Hogwarts, a school
Mexican.
for wizards, and I am Gothic. See.
Oi, don't you want to go see the
Goofy.
Mexicans?
Oh, I'm gonna start reading fan fiction with a Spanish accent now. Hola.
Okay. All right, Goku.
I am
Sign us
deeper.
off.
All right.
We're going down that whirlpool.
Do any of y'all have anything left to say?
No. Basically,
The mouse
if
cursor's
you're gonna
picking
be at
your
the,
nose. I don't know.
the
It's weird.
tomorrow we look forward to participating in the Zoom panel tomorrow.
If we can get 10 people, it'll be a success.
Yeah.
Dios
You
mío.
may not counting the 4 of us.
By the way,
No.
Maybe 5 of us.
yeah, no, I'm counting for you. I'm counting y'all.
6.
So we need 6
Mexican.
more Mexicans. Because I didn't really know if y'all were gonna be there, so I didn't really count y'all as hosts.
Ouch.
Because because Saturdays y'all usually have other shit to do.
8 p.m. right?
My D&D's over by 7.
In you, Smasha, you do you need the link? Do I need to send it to you through Twitch, or do you have us on? Are you following us on Facebook? So that way I can make sure you get the link for the panel. Because it's not gonna be live. You have to join the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, it's not gonna be live, so just let any of us know, and we'll just send it to you.
Actually, you
When
know
we
what?
get
I'll
'em.
go ahead and let me see
Just
if I can,
repost it like over and over again.
let me go ahead and post it now.
Or just
Yeah.
just do it because you'll get spam with like invites and all that all day today, and then tomorrow.
Well,
you know.
it
8
Oh.
o'clock. 8 o'clock Central.
it's
Oh,
just so
unless it's
y'all
scheduled.
can copy it. It's just so y'all can
Okay.
copy it.
Okay, gotcha. To us,
It's
right?
not active until 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
But this is the link for the Zoom meeting. It's tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
That way you can share with us and criticize, and I'll probably do some stand up a little
the
bit.
feedback and
Mexican.
You're actually going
You're
to
gonna
stand
sit,
up.
No, he's gonna sit the entire fucking time.
No, I'll move the camera and I'll stand.
Mexican.
Mexican powers activate. It's morphin time.
This
Burro
horse
power.
is dead.
Yep.
Tyrannosaurus, Mastodon, Pterodactyl,
Bears.
Burro.
Bear power.
Bear.
Bear power.
Bear
All right,
power.
guys. Don't forget, next week on Friday, we do have an interview with, what's his name?
What's his name?
Frank.
Frank.
Mr. Frank
Next
Toretto.
Mr. Frank Toretto. He is one of the many voice actors of Starscream.
He's been Starscream for about a decade.
Not
now, though.
Starscream, not Ice Cream.
Star Scream.
Starscream. He's
Yeah.
he's one of the many voices of Starscream on Friday.
One of the many
Next
living
Friday.
voices of Starscream.
Next
Don't forget
Friday.
on Monday
They're
we have
great.
3
Thank you, Brett.
videos coming out on Monday, and they're all live. I'm gonna do a live reaction to Death Battle, Zuko versus Todoroki. Also, me and Sonic.
Todoroki.
Me and Sonic are gonna be doing a review of WWE SummerSlam. Pendejo.
Mexican.
Mexican. I will start saying words with a Spanish accent for a quarter.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
And we're also going to be doing we're doing a video on SummerSlam. So Monday we have 3 videos. Next week we got a busy week, and we're going to have Brad come back and talk about, bradding up the place.
Brad,
Bradding.
let us know. We'll talk after.
Yeah,
Later.
we'll discuss
We'll
it
figure
after.
out a good
Sunscreen. All right, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow for the panel.
Peace and deuces.
Bye. Mexican.
Mexican.